Well, hi, everybody, and welcome to the 2012 CIF State Wrestling Championships, coming to you from Rabobank Arena here in Bakersfield, and brought to you by Farmers Insurance. Well, hi, everybody, I'm Rich Estrella, along with Tommy Thompson and Chris Feder up top, and welcome to the 2012 CIF State Wrestling Tournament. There is a lot of storylines abounding here today. It was a great wrestling season in 2012, but no storyline is bigger than Alex Cisneros. Alex Cisneros is trying to become only the second wrestler in over 100 years in the state of California to be a four-time state champion. And I'll tell you what, winning one is great. Winning four is outrageous. Let's go up top to Tommy Thompson and Chris Feder and get their take on Alex Cisneros' chance of winning a fourth title today.
Hey, listen, I love his chances, but I'm going to tell you right now, he's got a foe in front of him tonight. If I had to take one wrestler in the state of California to put up against Alex Cisneros to hold him off from getting that fourth title, I think I would handpick Nico Villarreal. I really think that this kid's bringing it. He's having a great tournament, Chris.
Tommy, you're a big fan of Nico's, but let me tell you that Alex Cisneros is primed and ready to win his fourth championship. I've seen him wrestle this year. He's had some tough matches, but he came in prepared for this event, and he has been nails the whole time. He certainly has,
you know, and we talk about Alex Cisneros a lot. He is not undefeated. He has lost this year before, but in 4 years of high school wrestling, he's never lost to another California wrestler, and that's quite a record to have.
And he's going to have to continue that trend today, Tommy, in order to become a four-time champ. There's got to be a lot of pressure on him. We'll see how it nets out. Another big storyline today is the Valencia brothers from St. John Bosco. Two freshmen in the finals, unprecedented as far as we know. We go back a long way, guys.
That's right. You know, these guys, they've been great workout partners with each other. They've been wrestling since they were 3 years old. I know, I've seen them. These guys are, listen, they've come the hard way. Zahid Valencia especially, he's ranked #1 in the country, done it the hard way. He's given Johnson Mai 2 of his losses this year. Last week at the Southern Section, and he also done it at the Walsh Ironman in Cleveland, Ohio.
Well, Johnson Mai is a state champion, Tommy,
Absolutely.
and he is coming back tonight. He does have 2 losses to Valencia, but you know that's why they wrestle these matches.
And it's really tough to beat a guy 3 times in a row in the same year. It really is. So
stuff.
Absolutely, Tommy. And again, looking forward to another great match. Let's talk about the 152-pound weight class. You have 2 returning state champions going to go head-to-head. Jake Elliott and Isaiah Martinez of Lemoore going to go head-to-head. One of them's not going to be a state champion anymore after today. Well,
let me tell you something. I like Jake Elliott. I think he's a fantastic wrestler. But Isaiah Martinez is just on a different level right now, Chris. I think that he can get in some of the weirdest, funkiest positions and come out on top. He's just one of those kids that's just tough to wrestle, tough to beat.
You know, great wrestlers and great athletes sometimes go hand in hand. And we're going to talk about another guy in a minute. But this kid, you know, Isaiah has been just a great wrestler and a great state champion. But I think something about Elliott, his physicality, could prove very, very tough for him tonight.
Well, we're going to have to find out here real soon. Right?
Absolutely, fellas. And lastly is Joey Davis, coming in 160 pounds today. Him and Victor Perea locked things up last year in the state. They're going to meet again in the state finals. Joey Davis came in with a 9-5 victory last time. Fellas, how difficult is it to beat your state rival twice back-to-back in the state championships?
Let me tell you something about this 160-pound weight class. These guys are studs, and the whole weight class is studs. And the 2 best guys are Joey Davis and Victor Perea. But Joey Davis may be in a class by himself.
You know, he certainly is. And Joey is just an all-around athlete. Just a fantastic athlete. Pereira has got his work cut out for him today. He's going to have to change things up a little bit because last year, Joey he handled him. Pereira took him down twice. The last time Joey Davis has ever given up an offensive point was right here in these finals against Victor Pereira last year. And that's saying something to say, I took down Joey Davis 2 times.
Well, Joey Davis actually went up and wrestled Zach Nevels and beat him handily at a higher weight class this year.
That's right, and never gave up an offensive point. So that's a very, very impressive credentials. Both of these guys are bringing some impressive credentials.
Impressive indeed, Tommy. And add to the fact we talked about Joey Davis being a national champion. I mean, you know, Joey Davis is going to have a little bit of pressure this time around, however, because, again, he beat Perea last year. You know, Perea has nothing to lose.
Well, one of the most exciting things about wrestling in the California State Finals, because we have some great wrestling tonight. Isn't that true?
Absolutely.
You know what? If you want my opinion, I think we got the best wrestlers in the country, and they're all here tonight. So,
okay, we're ready to rock. How
All
about
right.
you guys?
All right, gentlemen, we're going to find out the answers to all this and more. Stay with us. We'll be back. You're watching the 2012 CIF State Wrestling Championships on Time Warner Cable. Welcome back to Rabobank Arena, and this is the opening match. We have a senior, Johnson Mai from North Torrance, taking on the freshman, Zahid Valencia from St. John Bosco. For the play-by-play and color commentary, let's go up to Tommy Thompson and Chris Fetter.
thank you, Richie. Yeah, here we are. Johnson Mai trying to defend his title against a strong Zahid Valencia. He's had trouble with him this year. He's already got 2 losses to Zahid Valencia. One last week in the sectionals, and another one at that very tough Ironman tournament out in Ohio as they go out of bounds right here, and they're going to come back in the middle.
Well, they're both very tough kids. I mean, Johnson Mai is a state champion, and he's not very happy about losing to a freshman.
No, like I said, it's tough to beat a guy 3 times in a row. Little caution right there on Johnson Mai. A little eager to get in there right now, Chris. He wants to, he wants to score that first takedown. It's been kind of like that elusive thing during their matches. He's always been coming from behind. He really needs to get a real aggressive approach here to Zahid. Maybe break him a little bit early.
Tommy, my experience is that the state final starts this way. Very conservative. They try to feel each other out. They take their time, and then we'll see what happens. But Valencia is a very tough kid. He has been dominating everybody that he's wrestled this year, and Johnson Mai is smart enough to stay away from him.
Yeah, but if you want to win a state title, you got to go get it. I mean, especially, Johnson was there last year, and he jumped onto a 5-0 lead, and he cruised on, held on to that lead, and everybody knows that first takedown in a state championship match, or any match really, is just huge, Chris. And
well, Johnson Mai's had a very, very good tournament. He pinned his opponent in the semifinals today in 3 minutes and 35 seconds in a dominating performance.
Yeah,
so we know he's a tough kid.
Oh, yeah, they're both tough kids. And look at Valencia just fighting off. He's got a real tough stance. He's on his knees. You know, most of us coaches, we teach our kids to stay off your knees. But he's a very effective wrestler. He loves to get down on both those knees. He's got that strong, long, lean body. As we go into a stalemate right there. They're going to call these stalemates real fast here tonight in the state championship match. They want to see some action.
The referee's job is to get these guys to create wrestling for the fans and for the kids in the match.
Oh, we might have a first takedown right here. He's got him cradled up. He's got him cradled up right now. He's got to get his hips up right at the end. No point scored right there. Awesome cradle right there. All he had to do was get his hips up. Possibly could have scored a takedown in some near fall points right there against Johnson Maya. Great action right there at the end of that first period.
Well, I think that's what we're going to see in the beginning of the match is action only in the last 10 seconds. They're not going to take many chances, but you're right. That was a very nice move, but time ran out and he couldn't make it work.
There's another caution right there on Johnson Maya. That's his second one. You got to be careful with that. Your third caution is going to cost you a point. You know, this is real early in the match. They have 2 cautions against you already. You got to wait for that whistle. I know they want to get that first that first jump, but you got to stand back and wait for that whistle.
Well, Zahid Valencia is a very long, strong kid. And look at the way he's riding. He's got all the pressure on his back. He's up on his toes. He's driving under his arms, and he's keeping that pressure on Johnson Maya, hoping that he'll have to really work hard and get tired later in this match.
Yeah, I don't see anybody getting tired in this match. I tell you what, these guys are phenomenally conditioned athletes. He's got him in a real deep half right here, but he's on his knees trying to drive over. I don't think he's going to score that right there. He's going to have to roll the wrist up and drive, and Johnson's just going to fight that off, and Zahid's going to have to just kind of settle back behind
That's
him
real
there.
Deep, Tommy. That's
it was
real
deep, but he's got his
left
leg
hips
out
under
there
him,
posting real tough. Yeah, he's going to fight that off.
He's got his hips under him. He's going forward. He's got a good position. Back to his base. He looks like he's stepping. He's working hard here. He's up. He's up. He's got hand control.
Fight those hands right there.
Hand control. Looking good. And Zahid brings him back to the mat.
Under a minute left here now, second period. Still no score. Championship match here at 106 pounds. Valencia and Mai both out of that tough southern section. Southern section's represented well here.
Yeah, the southern section has a lot of people in it. And that's part of the reason they have so many tough kids. That's my opinion, anyway.
Yeah, they certainly do. 9 qualifiers out of that southern section. Get to come to the state meet. Got a little blood time going on right here.
All right, got a little pause in the action, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see what's going on.
Going to do a little blood work right here on Valencia.
Well, let's you know, this state meet, the California State High School Wrestling Championships, Tommy, is one of the most spectacular high school wrestling events in the country. You got over 800 high schools that wrestle in the state of California, and it's my impression that this is as tough a tournament as you can have. You know, there's only one division for a state championship, and the only other state in the United States that has a one-division tournament is New Jersey.
Yeah, that's right. And let me tell you something. I think we have a lot more people in the state of California than they do in New Jersey. Not that the wrestling's not tough out there.
Oh, they have great wrestling in New Jersey, but it's only 350 schools. This is 800 plus.
And they got over 500 just in our southern section alone. 42 seconds left here. Second period. Still no score. Valencia fighting.
Oh, there we got some action.
A little short Grammy. Nothing happened. He's got to come through right here. Going to try to catch his head.
Nice ride. Nice riding by Valencia. Way to stay behind his hips.
Yeah, he's got that long, lean body. You know, you're going to hit a Grammy, you got to go all the way through. He almost stopped him halfway through it.
Almost got some back points there, but not quite. So
now they're going to wipe up a little more blood right here.
Some more blood time. Okay.
Yeah, we were talking about you know, these sections, and you know, the medal count for this tournament, Chris. Central section with 31 total medals. Southern section with 28. Now that's including all medals throughout the entire tournament.
1 through 8, right.
Yeah, 1 through 8.
14 weight classes.
Central section 31, Southern section 28.
Boy, that really does.
That just shows you the domination here of that Southern section and the Southern section and the Central section. And look here, the Central Coast section only has 6 medals, but look, 4 of them are in the finals.
That's pretty impressive.
The top echelon out of that, coming out of that section.
All right, here we go. Getting ready to start again. Got 29 seconds in the second period. Valencia's riding very tough. He's got that spiral going. He's got pressure on him. Mai's trying to find a position, get his hips through, get his head up, see if he can get to his feet. See if he can get to his feet. All right, he's on his feet.
Got to get his hips out. He's got his head down. Nice little Grammy right there. He's got to turn into him right now. If he turns into him real hard, he's
there it
got the
is.
reversal.
Got the reversal.
There it is. He's got the reversal. 2 seconds left. Holding on.
And he rides him out.
The first time he's ever had a lead, a 2-point lead on Zahid Valencia. They're going to start the third period, and Valencia's going to choose down. Now let's see if Johnson Mike can put a real tough ride on Valencia and prevent him from getting a reverse. That was a huge 2-point move at the end of that second period there, Chris.
Very tough Granby roll. But, you know, the interesting thing is Zahid is the #1 ranked kid in the United States at this weight class.
That's right. Yeah, you know what? He kind of lets him go right there. He didn't try to ride him, you know, with too much passion. He had to be real careful as well because he's got those 2 cautions against him. Little collar ties right here. So he's snapping him down, looking for a little arm drag right here towards the edge of the mat. That's smart wrestling right here by Johnson. Look at him wrestling towards that edge of the mat.
Well, he's got that 2-1 lead, and he's trying to milk it right now.
Yep.
So
he knows that Valencia can't get around right there to score, so he's going to wait until the referee forces him back into the middle, and they will. You don't want to hang around out there by the edge too long because these referees will make you wrestle to the center.
But one of the things I like, Tommy, about this year's rule change is that you get to wrestle out of bounds and back in. And it's been effective in a lot of matches this year where a kid is forced to the edge of the mat, comes back in, and takes his opponent down.
Yeah, that's a good point. And that's why I think Johnson was heading towards the edge of the match because you both can't be out of bounds. And yeah. So that was, you know, that's just a little safe haven for these guys. You know, these guys have a lot of experience. Johnson's still on the.
He's got it.
Takedown right here. If he brings him back to the mat, he's going to get a. Johnson's
got to keep him on.
Now.
2. There you go.
Takedown towards the edge of the mat. Valencia takes a 3-2 lead.
With 57 seconds left, there should be a lot of action right now. Mai was able to score that reversal. He's going to try that again, I'm sure.
Yeah, we'll see if Valencia wants to ride him or maybe he wants to let him up and play a little takedown game with him again right now.
Well, that's sure a beautiful takedown to go ahead. No doubt about that.
He's choosing to ride him.
He's got that length. He's got that spiral.
Go side to side, though. He doesn't want to be
parallel riding.
He's got to bring him back to the mat. He doesn't want to get a stalling call right now.
Here it goes.
He's got to bring him back. He can't just stand there with him.
There it is. He's back to the mat.
Good action.
Right on the edge. Here we are. 36 seconds left in this match. Johnson Mai, the defending champion, needs to move and get out of there and score some points.
Yeah, he's got to get those hips out like he did last time, Chris.
Right.
Possibly hit that Granby roll. Maybe he wants to do a little hip heist, go the opposite direction. Right now, he doesn't need 2 points. He needs 1.
You've got to tie this up, right. I agree.
Valencia's got to be real careful about a stalling call here. He's kind of riding in parallel. He's got to go side to side right here.
Well, I don't think Corey's going to call him with 30 seconds left in the match, but we'll see. Up, nice. Back to the mat. Got that 2-on-1 on the wrist.
22 seconds remaining.
He's lifting. Got his hips down. Nope.
Yeah, Johnson can't be the first one to the mat right there.
Yep. 14 seconds. He's riding him very tough, Tommy. Very tough ride right now. And this is what he needs to do in order to.
These guys have had every one of their matches have been 1-point matches, Chris. It's just there has never been a blowout. Johnson Mai had the early lead, and you saw Valencia come right back. You know, these kids just know how to win. These Valencia brothers.
Yeah, they're tough. We're looking forward to his other brother later.
Oh, he's up in the Grammy. He's got himself a 2 reversal, possibly some back points. He's got to hold on to that wrist. And another reversal coming. Oh, maybe a lost control, or did he give him the reversal?
5-4 right now, and we know we're going to be talking about it for a second. That was a lot of action right at the end of the match, Tommy. A lot of action.
It looks like Valencia is going to come out with a 5-4 win. Question that Coach Luke Santos wants to discuss this with the referee before they award a winner here. It looked like there was a good scrap going on towards the edge of the mat. The referee offered up the reversal to Mai, and then another reversal right back to Valencia towards the edge of the mat, which could have possibly been a loss of control.
Well, the amazing thing was the way Johnson Mai got that Peterson roll right there with no time left, and then all of a sudden, Valencia.
Tommy and Chris, that's about as good a match as you're going to see.
Absolutely, great match.
Anywhere, at any level.
Zahid Valencia.
Valencia coming away with the 106-pound title.
A very nice final match.
Coming up now in the 113-pound weight class, we have junior Jonas Gayton of Clovis going up against Isaiah Loxon of Live Oak. This will be a good one.
Well, here's the replay right here. You got Johnson on a little Granby roll right here. He got the reversal, and now Valencia kicks his leg out, gets right back behind Mai as they go toward the out of bounds. He clearly had control, offered by the referee the reversal. Time ran out, and that was what you call a great scrap with no time left on the clock, Chris.
Well, to effectively have that much action with 10 seconds left in the match really was exciting, and that's what the California State Championships are all about.
Absolutely.
All right, coming up once again, 113-pound match. Jonas Gayton of Clovis against Isaiah Loxon. Isaiah Loxon finished in second in state last year, and Jonas Gayton finished fifth in state. So this is going to be an outstanding match. Tommy?
Yeah, thanks, Richard. You got that right. 55-1. Jonas Gayton brings a record into this final against 50 wins and no losses with Isaiah Loxon. So between these two guys, there's 100 matches and only one loss. This should be a good one. Loxon last year in the state championship finals against Johnson Mai, who we just got to watch, and he fell in a hole early 5-0, but fought his way all the way back, and that turned out to be a one-point match last year. Great wrestling right there as they go towards the edge of the mat.
Well, these two guys are very accomplished wrestlers, and Loxon is a very tough, strong kid, especially for 113 pounds. I mean, this is well, actually, it's 115 with the allowance, so they work really hard. The Clovis kids are trained really well. They're coached a really nice job. The coach for Loxon is
as they're doing a lot of hand fighting in here right now, Chris. Right now they're just kind of feeling each other out. They're blocking with their heads, wrestling towards the edge of the mat, hand fighting going on in there. Loxon kind of throwing them out of bounds. Gayton, these guys have never wrestled each other, but I tell you what, Gayton is hungry right now.
Well, the coach for Loxon is Armando Gonzalez. Armando Gonzalez for Live Oak High School was the head coach at Gilroy, and Gilroy has really done another good job here, and he's really brought that program up. Now he's starting a new one at Live Oak and doing a good job there.
Well,
oh, nice takedown.
Nice little knee tap.
Yep.
He's in on that first takedown. Nice technique right there. Uses long body to his advantage right there. Just kind of reached in, grabbed the knee, give him a little bump, tapped him over. Didn't look like it was that difficult of a move. It looks like he kind of lost his balance a little bit right there, but that's okay.
I think that Gayton was very effective with that technique. I think it was used his length and his strength to pry that thing, just tap that knee right over, and this is where we talked earlier about off mic about short, stocky guys versus these long, lean, strong kids.
Yeah, the leverage that these tall, lean guys bring into a competition is just incredible. And he's using that right here. He's running a nice, tight spiral right there, a little tight waist, picking Loxon up, kicking his legs out, bringing him back down. This just takes a lot of energy out of a bottom wrestler, standing up, being brought right back down.
This kid is still working very, very hard, though, to get back to his feet.
Fight those hips out. You know, he's got to be careful not to get called for stalling here because, you got to try to bring your opponent right back down. There we go. End of the first period. 0-0.
Good action.
Let's see who gets that coin flip right here.
Who's got choice here?
Gayton defers over to Loxon. Let's see what Loxon wants to do. Do you want to go down or do you want to go neutral again? He's thinking about it. He chooses down.
Well, he's got to explode off the bottom in order to get this thing going. This Gayton's riding very tough with that spiral ride list, like you said, and we'll see what happens here. Hopefully he goes on the whistle. He's all set. He's turning in, trying to get to his feet. Got hand control.
He doesn't have a whole lot of problem getting to his feet, and he's fighting the hands off right there. Gets his hips out and gets the escape.
Good hand control right there.
2-1 right now, Gayton. Kind of a half-hearted shot right there by Loxon, but maybe setting something up, a little elbow tie. Wants maybe hit a little knee tap, and there's that knee tap again. He's not going to score it this time. They're just too close to the edge of the mat. But that's there for him all day with that long reach, Chris.
That long arm slipped right in there with that head down. It shortens the amount of space you need when he gets his head down like that.
I really like Gayton's style here. You know,
nice single shot.
Single leg right there. He's got to reach for that far leg before he gets the takedown. He's going to reach for that ankle. Keep crawling. There it is.
That's
two.
2
points right there.
That's 2. Nice shot on his feet.
Nice takedown to take the lead now.
Nice finish, huh? Nice finish.
About a minute and 16 seconds left here. Second period. Isaiah Loxon, only a sophomore, finding himself in the championships here once again. That's just amazing. And Jonas Gaeton, just a junior, so we'll see more of these guys coming up.
Yeah, we will. They will. They've never wrestled each other before, as you said.
Right. Well, there's only one loss. They have over 100 matches. There's only one loss between them. Gaeton has lost one time.
Well, I think Loxon's coach told me that he's on a mission to win this tournament, so we'll see what happens here.
Yeah.
Loxon's a smart kid. He's got a 4.0 student GPA.
Oh, did he get the near? No, did
No.
not get the 2 count, but he is up on his feet. Got the escape.
44
so here
seconds.
we go. Tied up at 3. 40 seconds left here. Second period. Loxon doing a little hand fighting in there. Now, Gaeton's smart. Look at, he's keeping his fire hand free. He's tying it. There's that fire hand. He keeps dropping it down behind that knee. He doesn't even have to change levels. He's so tall.
Look at that
Loxon
shot.
in on that low leg single once again, lifting it up off the mat. Same thing. Reaching for that far foot. Now he's just got to bump him just a little bit. Nothing yet. He's got to secure that ankle. And look at
I like the way
keeping that
Gaeton
hand,
working the
fighting that.
hands.
There it
Right,
is.
there it is.
Once he bumps that in, that'll be 2.
There's 2.
There it is. There it is.
I like that.
Seconds left. Out of bounds. Nice takedown by Loxon.
Right off that collar tie to the low ankle.
That's going to be there all day. You know, he changed his levels so well. And against a taller opponent like Gaeton, who's really just using his reach, that could work for him again.
I think he's taken away his advantage of length there by doing it that way.
He certainly has. But, you know, 5-3. Gaeton has 5 seconds. Let's see if he can get a quick escape here. That'll be a big point. No, he's just going to kind of just put his head in the mat there, be satisfied going into that third period.
Well, it's only 2 points, and he's got choice, right?
Yep. He will have choice, so he will choose down again. So we'll expect to see a better first move off the whistle.
You know, the Clovis team, which is ranked #1 in the state, is so well coached by the Terrapelli family that they really cover almost every possibility of what's going to happen out there when they get these kids working. So we'll see. He's trying to get to his feet, but Loxon's holding him down there. He's got that wrist. He's got that wrist, got hand control now.
Loxon wants to just kind of
let him
not
go.
Gonna make any big mistakes right there. He just kind of lets him work his way to his feet. He's going to trust his takedowns here. Let's see if he goes back
as
to
he should.
Let's see if he goes back to that little low leg single that seems to have been there all day, Chris. Gaeton, I think, you know, he's got to trust that knee tap because it's been there twice. He just has to drive through it. He's got the long reach.
There's 1 minute and 30 seconds left, Tommy. He's down a point. He has got to create the offense. Oh, there's that shot again.
Going to come up into a little Iranian. He's going to turn up around
back
into
door.
The corner, switch to a double, and that's
nice.
just a textbook. Not even giving it to him yet, but I tell you what, he's in great position right here.
He missed that ankle, but he's in great shape.
It, but he's still in
great
position.
Got the
1 point lead in on a single leg, looking for a stalemate, and he'll get the call right there. But that was a nice little fight off right there by Gaeton, who looked like he was all but taken down right there.
Well,
got a little blood time coming up.
Loxon missed that ankle, and he got scrambled out to a what am I looking? What word am I looking for here? For a stalemate.
Yeah, he's looking for the stalemate, but you know, I think right now when he was more or less hoping that clock was just ticking away a little faster because you know that is your best friend when you're holding on to a leg with a 1 point lead. But
and there's his coach Armando Gonzalez coaching him up right now, getting him ready to go back out there and try to hold this lead or increase it. This is a big deal. This little sophomore's
huge takedown right here for both wrestlers.
Almost a minute. He's back. Oh, he's attacking. He's doing a good job of attacking.
Yeah, it looks like Loxon's wrestling as though he's the guy looking to catch up, and it should be Gaeton. So Gaeton looks like he's fighting off Loxon, and Loxon just got really good position in right there. I love how he gets his head in just a perfect position where he's not going to get snapped down, and he can create all the offense, taking away Gaeton's offense.
Well, he's in a good defensive position, too. He's in a parallel stance. He's keeping his hands in front of him. He's keeping his head up. He's not really giving Gaeton a lot of opportunity here.
Yeah, he's going to
30 seconds.
Hand right here. His left hand looks like he's going to free it up. Now he's switching off to the right hand. Good wrestling right here with 25 seconds left. He's blocking with his shoulders, blocking with his head. He's doing everything. Referee isn't warning him, so he's just going to continue to stay in there. He's in great position.
And he can take a warning with 15 seconds left and have no trouble with it. So
that's right.
It looks like unless Gaeton can make something happen that we're going
to have to go for it right now. Losing by 1 or losing by 10, doesn't matter. He's going to go for something. He's going to try to snap him down. No, not
Nope.
going to happen.
Nope.
1 second. Isaiah Loxon, state champion.
Pretty lackluster attack at the end, I think.
Yeah.
Nice work.
And there you have it, the 113-pound champion, Isaiah Loxon from Live Oak over Jonas Gayton. And a disappointing finish for Gayton, but Loxon finally getting it. Finished second last year and is now a CIF state champion here in California. Now we're going to go move to the 120-pound class, and we're going to see another Gayton, Daniel Gayton, a senior. He is the returning state champion. He is going to take on Hermilo Esquivel, a senior from Oxnard. Tommy, what can you tell us about this match?
Well, I can tell you this. You got a 47-0 Hermilo Esquivel. I tell you what, I like Gayton. Gayton is a fantastic wrestler, but I tell you, he's already wrestled Esquivel once this year and lost 10-7. So he's got to come out here and just go right after Esquivel. Esquivel has just, you know, he came up through the brackets the hard way. And, you know, Chris, this is traditionally one of the toughest weight classes in the state. And there, as you look at the brackets right there, you can see that Gayton had to beat Emilio Saavedra, and Esquivel had to come through Taylor Hall. So they both had just
tough semifinal matches.
Huge.
Tough semifinals
to get here to this state championship match.
His opponent from Columbus High School,
Okay.
California State Champion, Daniel Gayton.
Referees for this match, official Rowe, assisted by official Edmonds.
Well, I like both these kids. They're both very good wrestlers, but this kid from Orland in the north section, it's as you know, Tommy, it's a very small section,
Yeah.
not a lot of teams, and for a kid to come out of that section to get into the state finals is pretty impressive.
Yep, and to come up here against a Clovis wrestler, he's certainly got. I want to say he's got his hands full, but he's already, got one up here on Gayton earlier this season, 47-0, coming in up against, one of the Gayton brothers here.
Well, Daniel Gayton's one of the 4 Clovis wrestlers that's in the finals, which
Yeah.
is pretty impressive for a team that's running away with the record
I don't
points.
think anybody's got a chance to catch Clovis this year.
Yeah.
They're actually going to break all records set this year with team points. They're both coming out real respectful here. I'm taking a look and watching these guys, thinking, they're doing a lot of feinting, a lot of pushing, a lot of feeling around. But this first takedown, like we've said, it's just got to be huge.
Well, they're being very cautious. Again, it's a state final, and they're feeling each other out, even though they wrestled before. Everything before the league tournament, before the section tournament, before the state is practice. Now it's for all the marbles, and that really changes the intensity of what they have to do out there.
Yeah.
11 in the nation, Gayton ranked 15th.
I really like both of these guys. They very, very similar styles.
Good
Gayton with a little
positions.
half shot right there. Esquivel snapping him into that front headlock. And these front headlocks, these kids nowadays, they can bring a front headlock and put a lot of pain on you down there. Very uncomfortable right there for Gayton. And he's just going to be happy to let the referee give him a fresh start and stand him back up.
These guys will get to a stalemate pretty quick to keep the action flowing. So,
As they should.
Yeah,
This is the state championship match. It's not college. There's, but that's okay. They still wrestle a 2-minute first period. College goes 3.
30 seconds.
30 seconds left here. First period.
still feeling each other out, I think. I think that
Yeah,
this is
I think Esquivel has to, he has to take a shot. He hasn't taken a shot yet. Gayton's got the only one with a shot, so Esquivel, there it is. He's coming in now. 10 seconds left here, first period.
got that 2-on-1. He gets rid of it. He's back in the
Yeah,
middle
he
of the
got a
mat.
straight arm right to the face there from Esquivel, saying, "No, you're not gonna. I'm not gonna let you lift that up and change levels on me."
Yep.
These guys know each other well. Even if they've only wrestled one time, you know, they've done their homework on each other. I'm certain both of these coaches have done their homework. Some great coaches on. You know, got the
Victor
Terrapellis on one end, and you got Victor Perry
Perry.
on the other.
Yeah, very good coaches.
Very good coaches.
Okay, let's see what he does off the bottom. Let's see what his first move is on the whistle.
Gaetan chooses down.
Stands
Gets
up.
to his feet pretty easily right there.
And he's gone.
Esquivel just doesn't give him a whole lot of fight. Happy to let him go. Have a little takedown contest here.
Let's hope
Action's
there's a
picked up.
shot. There's
That's
a
a
shot.
nice double leg. Got to finish that. Not going to go. Not going to finish right there. Not towards the mat, edge of the mat. Good positioning right there by both wrestlers.
It's
Now, Esquivel wants to keep him in. He's happy right here. If he can pull that in and get Gaetan to his rear end, he will score the takedown. Not going to happen. They're too close to the edge. Good thinking right there, though. He could have went out of bounds to his little safety net. He decided to keep it in, possibly be able to get Gaetan to sit on his rear end.
Well, it was a 50-50 right there, and nobody came up with anything, but it was a nice shot to begin with.
I think Esquivel, the advantage was Esquivel, that he really couldn't lose a point there. He could only learn to gain right there.
Right,
So,
I agree. And look at their positions. Good feet, footwork. They move
their
themselves.
balance is just incredible.
Hips are
Another
good.
Shot, another front headlock there by Gaetan, snapping him down.
Maybe he's looking for a barrel roll or a fireman's in there.
Yeah, Esquivel's looking maybe come up and drag something across at the elbow.
Right.
He's changing up, coming to his feet. And
There's the
roll.
dump.
He's got it, but he's got to be careful right there.
Ooh.
Gaetan knew that was coming.
Yep. He just didn't snap that thing hard enough.
Yeah, when he hits that, you're right. That's got to be one move, not two.
Yep. He's got the hand
45
control
seconds.
back up.
Nobody was improving, so they will get him back up. Still 1-0 Gaetan here. Over halfway through the second period. Real important takedown here for Esquivel. If he can score this
If he can go up 2-1 and then get the escape in the third period, he's got a pretty nice advantage.
That would be the ideal thing. He doesn't want to go into a situation in that third period where he's, a takedown wins it. He wants there.
Oh!
Look at this. Gaetan comes to the back. Nothing happening.
Comes
Esquivel
up.
just rolls right through it. 12 seconds left. He's got to bury his head right here. He wants to disappear if he wants to use that front headlock effectively. Because right now he's just looking for a stalemate.
He's just looking to
3
hold on
seconds.
for the end of the
That's right.
period.
He doesn't like this position, so he's going to be happy with just not giving up that 2-point takedown to Gaetan late.
Well, here we are once again, the third period with only 1 point.
Yep.
Let's see what happens here. What's
Well, it's amazing. The last time they wrestled, there was 17 points scored, 10-7. So in favor of Hermio Esquivel.
Esquivel got to his feet pretty quick. Nice hip
he
movement.
did. And we got a tie match right now. So it's going to come down to a takedown here.
Here we are again, 1-1.
But you know what? These guys are so good on their feet. You know, these high school wrestlers, especially at this level now.
Yeah.
You know, they're so comfortable on their feet, and it's where they like to be. And if the match is on the line, this is where they want to be able to fight it. And then look at that quick stalemate call.
Well, so far in the first 3 matches that we've seen, we haven't seen a lot of scrambles and a lot of funk. And that's okay with me. I like good wrestling, and we're seeing good, solid wrestling here.
That's right.
But somebody's got to do something.
That's right. You know, one of these wrestlers, they want to take a shot. They practice these shots. They dream about this their entire life. A championship match, California State Finals. This is what I'm going to do. They got that opportunity right now.
There's that ankle pick.
He has the ankle pick.
He's got the
gonna finish this
takedown.
up.
He's got the
gonna get
takedown.
Nice job right there.
Beautiful ankle
He
pick.
set that up very, very nicely. Esquivel, he's just got a little dejected look on his face right there. He's kind of putting his head in the mat. He knows that was just a huge mistake, letting Gaetan snap his head down like that and securing that ankle pick.
Beautiful ankle pick. Go
great
behind.
technique.
Nice.
Esquivel's trying to wing something down, get something going up. He's got to try
He's
to
got to get that
his feet.
spiral right out of there.
Yeah, he's got to get to his feet first. He's looking for a reversal, but Gaetan's not going to give him a reversal. He'll give him one, but he won't give him two right here.
Well, 30 seconds. He's got to go, go, go.
That's right, chopping him down. Got to wrestle side to side. He doesn't want the referee to stop this match or anything right now. He doesn't want Esquivel to have another fresh start. He's going to keep that wrist pinned. And there he is.
Get
He's
the
gonna call
warning.
Gaetan for stalling. Real quick stall call right there.
I thought it was a good call. I think
you
it
got
was
to
right.
wrestle side to side. Once you go parallel on your opponent like that, You know, you can announce to the referee that you're busy by just jumping side to side, but no, he just kind of rode the hips back there and looked up at the clock.
The
Once you look
Clovis
up at that
crowd
clock-
didn't like it, but that was a
Well,
good call.
Yeah, you know what? It is a good call. You're wrestling for the state championship. And there's the escape. So now
14 seconds. Here we go.
See Esquivel come after Gaetan. He's in on a single leg. He's got to come up.
8 seconds.
Oh, it's not going to happen. Gaetan is in great position. Look
Yeah.
at that sprawl. He's all the way out. Esquivel's going to have to switch to a double.
Wow.
Great match right there.
Very tactical. Very tactical
Gaetan
match.
pulled it out. He avenged that loss earlier in the season, and he's now state champion.
Well, they did a nice
All
job
right,
with that
Tony.
ankle pick.
Well, Daniel Gayton, a 2-time state champion. Congratulations over Hermila Esquivel. Another great match, just a 1-point victory for Gayton, but he'll take it. Coming up now, we're going to see the 126-pound weight class. Paul Fox, a sophomore, very bright kid, 4.0 student, going up against Anthony Valencia. We just saw his brother, Sahed, just win a state title at 106 pounds. Now it's up to Anthony to garner one for the family at 126. 2 freshmen looking for 2 state titles. Tommy Thompson, take it away.
Yeah, Richie, I tell you what, Anthony Valencia and Paul Fox, what a great matchup right here. 2 completely different styles, and you're going to see when they get out there, Valencia likes to wrestle and use his long, lean body to his advantage. You know, I mean, in the semifinals, he wrestled a real tough Joey Moida out of De La Salle, and I tell you what, he just he jumped on a real big lead.
He dominated Joey Moida.
And cradled him up and pinned him. And,
Got it. Joey Moida is the NCS champion, North Coast section champion, dominated everybody in his weight class, just did a beautiful job. And then he ran into Anthony Valencia, and Anthony Valencia, with a vengeance, put him on his back and pinned him.
That's an incredible display. And he's only a freshman. Paul Fox is only a sophomore. These guys have wrestled each other 1 time this year.
I got no and yes.
Okay, yeah. Well, Coach Omar Delgado over there says that these guys have wrestled each other before, but Paul Fox says no, never wrestled this guy. So maybe he doesn't know that he's wrestled him and he doesn't care. He's going to come out there and just wrestle him as though he doesn't know him, and that's probably.
But here's another example, Tommy, of a freshman and a sophomore wrestling in the finals of the toughest state tournament. These kids have been wrestling for so long in their lives that they're accomplished and able to do this.
Oh, yeah. And you know what? This is a big stage for both of these guys, and both these guys have also wrestled at the national level, Chris. These guys are no strangers to big crowds or to big hardware. These guys, look at that shot in there. That was just a nice single leg right there by Valencia and a great finish. And look at this. He's getting back points already. He's just going for it right now. And he's a pinner. Let me tell you something. He has pinned his way through this competition today, pinned some of the best kids in the state. And he will jump to a 4-0 lead right here. I think he got a 2-point near fall.
Well, I can't tell you how impressed I was in the semifinals when he just went after Joey Moida, because Joey Moida is a very tough kid.
So we got a little blood right here on Paul Fox. He's going to go out, but you know, he gave him more than a 2-point near fall. He got the
3.
He got the 5 count, so he is going to give him a 3-point near fall. Valencia jumps out to a 5-0 lead. You know, he's just, you know, from the beginning of the season to now, he was not, I don't want to say he was a shy wrestler, but he is much more aggressive now than he was at the beginning of this season, Chris. He just, his confidence has grown. He got ranked #1 in the state by defeating Rodriguez from Rigetti, and it hasn't stopped from there. Just anybody that gets in front of Anthony Valencia has just, you know, found out the hard way that this kid's for real. The hype is real.
He is a very tough guy, and he shows it. He's got a little mean streak, and he likes putting people away.
That's right, and he's incredibly strong. Don't let his appearance fool you. He's got that long, lean body, and everybody that's wrestling has walked off shaking their head saying he is so strong. Just one of those kind of wrestlers. Look at that. He's confident just to let Paul Fox go and come after him again. Look at that double leg. That's going to be an easy finish right there. He's going to have to step in the hole. Takedown is there.
Beautiful shot.
That was just nice. You know, the first move any kid learns that wants to be a wrestler is that double leg takedown. And look at this state championship match. And here he's just depending on that. Just a good, solid double. And you really can't stop it, Chris, when a double is done right and done hard.
You and I are both fans of basic, solid wrestling,
That's right.
and the double leg
Look
will
at
take
this. Got him cradled up.
The double leg will take you all the way to the national championship in college.
This is the cradle that he used to pin Joey Moida. He's got it in there. He's going to have to bury his head in the hip if he really wants to get this thing down. He's going to kind of take him over with just pure strength, but if
he's got that ankle, he's got that ankle, and he's working it in.
If he puts his head down a little lower in the hip, it's going to be a lot easier to finish this.
Well, he's got that ankle cranked in, and I think he's just, there goes the head and the hip.
He's trying to crunch it up. If he can get his left leg over that ankle and crunch him up, it's going to be a much tighter and effective.
Well, you got to take hips overhead in order to get this guy to his back, and it looks like he's going to make it happen.
Right now, he's going to have to roll his chest to the mat. Now he broke the cradle lock right there.
Did you give him the 2?
He did get a 2-point near fall.
Very good. Very good. That was a fair call.
10 seconds left right here. Fox is kind of just trying to
survive.
Something going
survive.
On right now. Down by 7 points.
He's surviving. And Paul Fox is a 2-time CCS champion. He's no slouch, this kid.
No, and 9-1 after the first period. Valencia wins a coin toss and defers.
Defers to Fox. Fox's choice.
What's Fox
what did he do? What are you going to do? Chose neutral. Okay.
He chose neutral.
Safest bet right now.
Look at that. He just likes to get down on that knee. He's quick. He's got the length. He's he just looks right at home right there. And he's on his knees just like his brother, you know. So these Valencias are very comfortable, a little unorthodox style, but very effective.
He's got that long arm. He's going to take that knee. He's going to reach over and take that knee.
He's got an ankle pick here if he wants it too.
Yeah.
But he's looking for a mixer. Looking for something big.
Fox
is in, but look how long and lean Valencia is. That body.
Oh, there's too much pressure on his back.
You just can't finish something like that. So they're going to, with a minute 26, continue on here. Second period. Valencia loves to change that. Look at that change level. Try to do a little super duck right there. A little elbow drag if he wants it.
He's got a bunch of stuff.
Towards the edge of the mat and go out. Didn't like that position, so.
Valencia got out of that himself. He didn't care for it.
That's what I'm saying. He just, you know, let's just take it out, get back in the
start all over again. Yep. I mean, he drove him off the mat with no problem. He just pushed him right out.
Yeah, you know, Fox is not going to be able to get back into this match, you know, unless he gets a real big move, you know, like Valencia did early.
It's going to take a miracle, Tommy.
It certainly is. He needs to open up. Look at that double leg.
Oh man.
Just a textbook finish. He's just going right in.
He changes his level so well.
Beautiful.
Yes.
Beautiful right here. A lot of pressure on that head right there. He's just Iowa riding that back leg. Look at the pressure right there on the neck. You could just feel it. You could see it.
He's looking for that 3/4 Nelson.
Yep.
He's got to look at that pressure. Wow.
Just keep pulling it in, pulling it in, pulling it in, and burying his. If he can bury his head in that.
He's got the cradle.
Right there, Chris,
he's got the cradle.
He's got it, but he's not going to be able to finish that unless he buries his head into the hip.
Well, he wants to pull that ankle around and stick his head in there now.
There's the head. Yeah. There's the head and the hip. Well, he keep popping it out. You know what? Maybe he's comfortable right there with 18 seconds left.
And winning 11-1.
Yeah.
In the state finals.
There's the head.
A freshman in the state finals, up 11-1 going into the last period.
Yeah.
Nice, nice.
Got that.
Well, we kind of figured that this was going to go this way, didn't we?
Just dominating so far, 11-1.
Yep.
10-point lead going into the third period with choice. Chooses neutral. That doesn't surprise anybody. See if we see that double leg again. It's worked so well. He likes to change levels and go. Just so quick. It's unstoppable when it's done right. Doesn't tie up.
He looks twice as tall as
Look at that.
Fox,
Double
doesn't
leg,
he?
He's in there, up off the mat.
He's going for his
him down
back.
Softly. Got to be real careful right here. Put him right to look for a high shoulder
Right.
coming down. Still no takedown.
He's going to climb up his hips. There he is. There's the two.
Right there, Paul Fox is.
There's the two
He's going
right
to keep
there.
crawling up slowly, and then you're going to see Fox bail because he doesn't want to give him any more back points.
Takedown, 2 points, Valencia.
Another beautiful shot. Just so long.
Yeah, this is just domination right
No, we
here.
talked about Alex Cisneros earlier in the show, right?
That's right.
Now we're looking at a kid who definitely has an opportunity to be a 4-time state champion.
Oh, and his brother.
And his
yeah,
brother.
That's right. So, yeah, it looks like Fox may have an opportunity to score himself a reversal here.
Yeah, it looks like he's got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Valencia's just going to bail out. That's okay, he says. You know, I'll give that up.
Hey, we like a Paul Fox who'll keep wrestling and not quit
That's
out
right.
there.
So we
That's
finally
good
get to see
stuff.
Paul Fox on top here, in the top position. See what Valencia can do from the bottom.
A little less than a minute left. See if he can make something happen. He doesn't have a good look on his face, though, Tommy.
I don't want him to be happy with winning this match on the bottom. I want to see
finish on your feet, definitely.
Finish on that's right. Finish in style. Come up to your feet. Give the crowd something to look at right here. Fox has to take him to his back somehow, some way. He can't be just satisfied with just bringing him back down right now.
No, he's got to let it all out.
He certainly does. He's down by 10 points late in the third period in the biggest match of his life. Going to have one more chance at it right here.
Well, you know, the interesting thing about Paul Fox is he's only a sophomore, too. So these two guys can go at each other for a couple more years.
That's right. Paul Fox brings in a record of 46-6.
Pretty impressive.
Yeah. Quick escape right there for Valencia.
30 seconds.
See if he.
And Valencia's ranked number 2 in the country. Is that right?
He is not. He is like number 4. Okay. Look at this. Takes him right to his
back.
Possibly might be able
looking
to
for the fall. He got the fall. Way to finish.
Leg right to his back. Gets the fall. Finishes in style. Like we said, he wanted to end it in style. He did.
He did a great job there. That's a great champion.
All right, Tommy, there you have it. Anthony Valencia, the freshman at 126 pounds, is the state champion. And his brother also came away with the state championship at 106 pounds over Johnson Mai. Stay with us. When we come back, we're going to have the 132-pound match featuring Alex Cisneros. Stay with us. Welcome back to the 2012 CIF State Wrestling Championships presented by Farmers Insurance, and we're certainly glad you joined us. Now we're up to the 132-pound weight class featuring 3-time state champion Alex Cisneros taking on Nico Villarreal. Now, Cisneros, as we mentioned, going for only the second time in the history of the state. If he wins today, he'll only be the second time that a wrestler has won 4 state titles. And Alex Cisneros is going to take on Nico Villarreal from Gilroy. They've wrestled twice this year, and I believe Cisneros obviously got them both. He's the top-ranked wrestler. Tommy, this is one of the marquee matches of the night.
Well, it certainly is. It's, you know, it's what brought a lot of people into this building tonight, guys. I tell you, Alex Cisneros has never lost to a California wrestler. We talked about that earlier. Everybody's wanted to be that guy, that person that goes in the record books as being the only person to beat Alex Cisneros. There's only one guy left to try tonight. This is it. They're in the finals of the state championship match in his senior year. So Nico Villarreal, a sophomore out of Gilroy, this is the opportunity of a lifetime for him. But boy, I tell you what, he has his hands full. They've wrestled twice this year already, Chris. Once to a 4-3 and once to a 1-0. So it's always close. These guys are wrestling close.
You know, Alex Cisneros is one of those guys that always wins, and sometimes it's only by 1 point. So
yeah, he's not one of those guys that wins by 8, 10 points. I agree with that 100%. I've watched him all year long.
But he always wins.
But you know what? You're right. He does seem to find a way. You know, he's only got 1 loss on the season, and that was at that tough tournament in Ohio.
The Ironman.
He avenged that loss. He came back and beat the kid that beat him. So.
Well, he's a 3-time state champion, right? That's the big news.
Yeah.
Secondly, he's coming to this tournament in the best shape of his life because he wants this 4-time title.
Right. That's right. You know, if you're a real wrestling fan, you want to see Alex Cisneros win this 4th one. But I tell you what, we're in Bakersfield. Bakersfield is the home of Darryl Vasquez. Darryl Vasquez is the only 4-time state champion, and he's right here from Bakersfield High School. So, you know, a lot of these guys that come to watch Cisneros, you know, a lot of people are here to see if they can see an upset. Although, you know,
it's like the Miami Dolphins. You know, the
right.
only undefeated team ever.
Everybody likes to see the underdog. That's right. You are 100% right. And, you know, tonight, as good as Nico Villarreal is, as accomplished as he is, he's the underdog tonight, Chris. Let's see what
he's a sophomore.
Got referee Mike Perez calling the action tonight. So Mike Perez, good referee. Two great wrestlers out there. We got a lot of action to look forward to right here.
They're locking up. Here we go.
Villarreal just had an incredible run. You know, he had that big win against Gasca in the semifinals, down by 3 points late, hit him with a nice little 4-point move to pull it out, and Gasca kind of didn't roll through it and got called for the pin.
Well, I think Alex is on his way to Illinois. Didn't he sign a letter of intent with them to wrestle in the Big Ten? So I think that's going to be a big challenge for him in the future as well. So
yeah,
this kid has a 3.96 GPA. Very smart kid.
Yeah,
too.
That's right. Just, you know, these wrestlers nowadays, you know, they know the colleges are watching them, and that GPA is just real important. These guys are, you know, good on and off the mat, and that's real important. As you see, Nico Villarreal shotting it, but you know what? That's the defense right there of Alex Cisneros. Most guys, Villarreal takes down with that shot. He just couldn't quite finish it right there on Alex Cisneros.
And now Alex is putting a lot of pressure on that elbow and that shoulder.
Double elbow lock right there.
Yep,
towards the edge
squeezing
of the mat.
it. Yep, he's
Nice
torturing him right now with that.
Villarreal's not happy there. He's trying to back out.
Yep.
There we go, edge of the mat.
Well,
out of bounds.
Gilroy's got 3 guys in the finals. They did a nice job here this year.
Yeah, they certainly have. So Gilroy's always been a great program.
Very nice. Greg Varela is the head coach there.
Yep. And
good job.
Sam Lopez over there at Selma, coaching Alex Cisneros.
And I think Marco Sanchez is helping out as well.
That's right.
So very good coaching, and they did a nice job here with 3 guys in the finals.
Now, one thing about Villarreal that I've watched this entire weekend is, you know, he is explosive. When he has a situation where he has to score or he needs to do something in desperation, he doesn't do it halfway. So
there's only 10 seconds
tonight.
here. I don't think anything's going to happen yet.
I don't think you're going to see much in this first period because he's kind of happy, you know, in a 0-0 tie with the 3-time state champion right here.
Well, he doesn't look hesitant to wrestle. He looks like he's ready to go.
He's not, you know, he's given respect to Cisneros, but it's a mutual respect. I can tell you right now, Cisneros has only beaten by a point last time, 1-0. Okay.
Alex is a good-looking, mature kid, though. He's a smart wrestler, and like I said, he came into this tournament really prepared.
Yep, he chose a down position right here. Wants to score that first point.
Right to his feet.
Villarreal just kind of
no worries getting out of there.
Half-hearted ride right there.
Yep.
So they're going to be back at neutral.
Here we are again, 1 point.
Takedowns just loom huge, you know, at this level.
Cisneros has got had a nice inside tie-up on both arms. Look at that shot off the collar. He's in deep.
Double. Villarreal is fighting off with a nice whizzer. He's going to crank down. He's in a good position right here, Villarreal is.
He's fighting it off.
He's fighting it off. He's on the edge of the mat. He's fighting that whizzer down hard. He can bump it as hard as he wants right now and pull Cisneros out of bounds.
Cisneros wants to keep him on the mat.
He's
got the head. Yep.
That's a good position right there by Villarreal. If he keeps scooting away, Cisneros will not be able to finish that takedown right there. He can't bring his right foot back in. This might come into a stalemate,
yeah.
Even though they're at the edge of the mat and Cisneros is deep.
1 minute.
They're letting him wrestle a long time in this position.
Yeah, they certainly are, because only because Cisneros has been so deep.
Gave him the 2. Unbelievable. What a nice move.
I don't think that Villarreal needed to do that. I think he could have stayed in that position a little longer and cranked down a little longer. When he dove.
Isn't that maturity, though?
Right.
Isn't that maturity?
The maturity got him right there, exactly. He dove to the out of bounds and gave the opportunity for Cisneros to grab that foot.
To take advantage of an opportunity.
He needs to score a point here, though. He cannot get ridden out. He does not want to go down 3-0 into that third period.
Well, he's got both his boots. He got one leg in. He's riding him tough. Now there's pressure on the head. Cisneros doesn't want to go out just with a win. He's going after him. He's got that reinforced half Nelson.
He's a tough ride on top. You know,
he's a hammer.
Always been a tough ride on top. Good legs, good hips, looks busy, working the wrist, barring the head, giving him the business right there.
Yeah.
Cross faces back and forth.
Stalemate.
Going to give him a fresh start here. 18 seconds left.
That couldn't have been very comfortable for Villarreal down there.
He's got to get to his feet. You know, if you stay on the mat, without a doubt, Cisneros is going to throw the boots in on you and start cranking those hips down, and it certainly isn't comfortable.
Well, I'm impressed with Alex going after this kid, you know, showing that he's a real champion.
Yeah. If he keeps, he's got a chance. He's got 10 seconds left. He's got to keep pulling hard.
Smart wrestling.
Yeah.
7 seconds in the period. He's not going to give away 1 point now.
Ten years ago, Daryl Vasquez was
four-time champion.
Four-time state champion. And that'll end second period.
1 period away from 4. 1 period away from 4.
You know,
this
the
is
ironic
big
thing,
news.
the nice thing about that Daryl Vasquez, his junior year, he wrestled Palomino, who was going for his 4th state title, and he beat him. He wanted to be that guy. Everybody wants to have that guy to stop somebody's win streak, and so
we were both at that match, and we know what a war that was.
That was. I tell you what, that place was just on fire that night.
Oh, the place was rocking. There's no doubt about it.
Cisneros was kind of blocking him out a little bit right here. You know, you've got the elbows inside there, blocking with the head, not really wanting to open up.
Well, Villarreal's got to go after him.
That's right. He's got to force the action. He's down 3-0.
You know, Alex just turned back into the middle of the mat. He's got him in the center where he wants to be. That forces Villarreal to have to, you know, shoot. And we're not seeing any shots. There's a half-hearted shot. He's got hand control. He's just controlling the match.
He's got to get that fire hand free, and Cisneros just keeps tying it up. He knows that he wants to hit that left-handed shot on him. He can't hit a right-handed shot when he's got him in a collar tie. So 1 more minute left here. Third period.
1 minute to history.
A little closer, you know. He's trying. He's lunging after Cisneros. That's not going to work on Alex Cisneros. You got to get in tighter, change your level, and explode in. And it's not that first move; it's the second move. You know, he's down. He needs 2 takedowns, not just 1 right now.
Well, I think that the difference between the great high school wrestlers and is that they don't stop moving. They hit that shot and they keep going. They don't make a shot and stop. And there we go. 30 seconds to history. No, I don't think that.
Yeah, Cisneros is just blocking everything out right now.
I don't think Nico's going to do anything, and the referees aren't going to call Alex. So
yeah,
that's a beautiful thing. All right, here we go.
Oh,
look at that!
He's getting back points. He got it 4 points. He got it. Look at what we got here. An upset in the making.
Wow!
With that explosive technique. He did it earlier today in the semifinals. He did it again in the state championship, upsetting Alex Cisneros. He will not be a 4-time state champion.
Wow!
Unbelievable. You cannot stop wrestling, Chris.
You
gotta
cannot stop
to the whistle.
That is a perfect example of it. Unbelievable.
Unbelievable action right there. Great call by the referee, giving him those back points. Cisneros, all he had to do is get to his belly, and he keeps the 4-time state championship under his belt.
That was explosive. Explosive throw to his back.
That was what I was talking about. He did that in the semis. He does it here. If you know a kid's got that reputation, you got to watch out for it. He had to back away.
Here we go.
Let's go back and take a look at this right here. He hits him with a little short head and arm. That's a move you learn in kids wrestling. But it worked today.
I'd like to see that one.
Point. Cisneros didn't even try to roll through. He wasn't sure if he was exposing his back or not. The referee was yelling it. He had to try to roll him through. The first time he's been on his back in a long time.
I think that's total shock we're looking at.
That was total shock right there. And when you're not familiar with the position like that, you just kind of panic, Chris. He didn't know what to do. Nico Villarreal.
Well, Tommy, that's about as good a match as you're going to see.
Unbelievable.
A lot of excitement here, and we expected it. And I'll tell you right now, I did not expect
Alex Cisneros to win. But you know what, Tommy? They say the third time's a charm, and that's the third time Nico Villarreal mixed it up with Cisneros this year, and he finally got him.
Well, you know, that's right. Maybe you should have listened to our...
Got him at the right time.
That's right. We talked about the explosiveness of Villarreal, and he certainly lived up to that today.
That was a
Tommy,
great throw. Great
it's
throw.
deafening down here. A lot of excitement down here. Everybody's just in a state of disbelief as they show the replay up top. But we got to get on to the next match. 138-pounders. Got Shane Tucker from Bella Vista, San Jose section, going up against Brian Sergey. He's also a senior from College Park for the northern section. Take it away, fellas.
Well, wait a second. I got to talk about that last match first. You know, my partner up here in the booth said, you know, don't count out this Villarreal. He's a tough guy, boy, and he was right. He shut the curtain on that four feet. Just amazing. Anyway, let's move on.
Yeah, Shane Tucker coming up right here. Bella Vista coming in with a record of 42-3 up against Brian Sergey out of that northern coast. College Park. They've wrestled one time this year. It was a decision. Shane Tucker getting the edge.
Lost by decision. Well, Brian Sergey is from the North Coast section, which I know really well. This kid is a very tough kid. He's beaten some very good people this year, including John J. Chavez in the finals of the Mission San Jose tournament, which is a very tough Northern California tournament. And he's a very good technician and well coached. Jim Keck is his coach. And Shane Tucker from Bella Vista up in the San Joaquin. I mean, these are accomplished guys. And we got a junior, Shane Tucker's a junior, and a senior in Brian Sergey. So here we go.
Yep, here we go. Sergey in on a kind of a half-hearted single leg right there, kind of feeling Tucker out. Tucker fourth in the state last year. Actually, in 2010, he was fourth in the state. Brian Sergey, two-time All-American. Great weight class, 138 pounds, great weight class here in the state of California this year. These guys, to get this far, they both came a long way.
Well, they're just still feeling themselves out right now. It's just trying to move. They have good positions on their feet. This is some speed and power we're going to see tonight from these two guys.
Tucker winning over Cardenas of Buchanan 3-0 in the semis, and Sergey winning 7-4 over Demison, which was
that was a great match.
An upset in the makings right there. You know, Natrell Demison was expected by most people to be here in the finals against Shane Tucker, but you know what? That's why they wrestle.
Wasn't that match in overtime?
That's the one right there.
Yeah.
The semifinal match.
Right. Sergey, kept his composure. He was behind until late in the match, and then tied it up, and then won in OT.
That's right. Well, I tell you what, this place is still buzzing from that last match.
Oh yeah, it is. It is.
It's really hard to come into a match after something like that and entertain the crowd any better. But you know what? We're staying in order here.
Yeah, there we go. Got a lot of wrestling ahead of us.
That's
too.
Right. 8 seconds left in the first period. No score. Tucker and Sergey.
Here we are again, 0-0. 8 seconds left. Nobody wants to take a chance here. You don't want to blow it. Okay, here we go.
We'll go to a coin toss here. See who gets choice. Tucker gets choice, and he chooses down. Okay. I was expecting a little defer there to see if how Sergey was on the bottom, but Tucker wants to have an opportunity to score that first point.
Sometimes it's a smart move not to defer.
I've always thought, there is an advantage of scoring that first point, a little psychological thing, and, your opponent knows he can't hold you down. Like, he's coming out the back door quite easily right there.
That was some sloppy leg work.
Tried to throw a leg in, but got real high real quick. Tucker coming out the back door, and he's going to get a reversal right there. Actually.
They give him 1 or 2.
He gave him an escape. He started giving him a reversal.
No, 2 and 1. 2 and 1, I think. We're waiting for the score, folks. We'll tell you in a second.
So he gave him a reversal and
the escape. There you go.
One escape. So Sergey down 2-1.
Well, that was some pretty sloppy work from Sergey. Now, it's a
It
nice
certainly
shot.
was. You know, you throw your legs in on a Shane Tucker. You know, you can't just throw him up there high. You got to get him in, settle him in, throw the hips in.
And Tucker just took a nice shot for a single.
Look at
Sergey
this.
scrambles.
Just a tough little scrambler right here. He's got to throw that over his head. There it goes. Tucker's going to throw it over his head now. He might be looking for a stalemate here because he's not in a great position. But if he sits straight up and throws that over his head,
yeah, he
can
out.
improve dramatically.
He stretched out pretty good here.
He's stretched out. He's got to get his knees under his chest if he wants to sit straight up. Not going to happen.
That's a stalemate.
A little bit longer than I thought. So stalemate.
It was a nice shot, though.
That sure was a nice shot.
Nice shot.
Counter right there by Tucker.
No, Sergey scrambled really well out of that, but that was a real nice shot.
That's his forte. You know, he did a little scouting report on him, and he's right when you think you've scored the takedown, he comes up with something else. You know, he's a little funk. He has a little funk in him.
He does, and I saw that against Chavez in that match.
He's done that against Chavez, and he also done it against Demison. So
yeah.
Look at nice sprawl right there, hips way back, good positioning right here.
Well, I thought that Tucker shot from too far out in that time.
He did. You got to get in a little tighter right there.
Yeah. So he's got good pressure though. They're just hanging on. 20 seconds left. There's not a lot of time in this period for somebody
Still
to score.
2-1.
Yeah.
Tucker holding on to a 1-point lead.
Well, Sergey's got the choice. Yeah.
He's going to get choice in that third period. So.
This is going to finish 2-1 going into the third. 1 point again.
5 seconds left. Okay, so we're going to start the third period.
I'm sure Sergey's going to take down.
Let's see what he does. I'm assuming he's going to take down.
Yeah.
Of course he does.
Well, I think the referees have done a pretty good job so far tonight, don't you?
Yeah, the referee. We got the top-notch referees.
Top dogs.
In the state here.
Yep.
Yeah, they're doing a great job. Not an easy job because you got a lot of knowledgeable fans out here in California.
A lot of referees in the stands.
Let you know. Absolutely, they'll let you know if you're not.
A lot of referees. Yep.
Absolutely. So there's a quick escape.
Nice position on his feet. He's a powerful kid. Speed and power. Wrestling has it all.
That's right. Good head position by both of these wrestlers right here. Tucker trying a little snap down.
Well, I think that Coach Thompson and I both believe that high school wrestling is the toughest sport you can do in high school. It takes a lot of stuff to walk out there by yourself.
Oh, absolutely. You're all alone out there. You got teammates all week to work with it, but when it comes down to the big time, you're out there all alone.
And this is the finals of the state of California.
That's right. And being broadcast across the entire state of California. So a lot of people that aren't here are going to be able to watch this. And
Time Warner Cable tomorrow night, right?
They'll be talking about that last match just like we were. I tell you, that was just a fantastic finish. And Daryl Vasquez gets to hold on to his title as the only 4-time state champion.
Amazing, right?
That's right. Listen, he's got those Valencia brothers on his tail now.
Yeah. Well, that's amazing that these young guys, sophomores and freshmen, can get into the finals of the state of California. Just amazing. Well, we got a lot of feeling each other out here too.
Yeah, nobody wants to make a bad mistake.
There's a move.
There. And Demison gets behind him. He's got to bring him to the mat. There it is. He gets his takedown.
Sergey made a nice counter, went around behind him, took him to the mat for 2. 35 seconds left in the match.
Sergey, great. Yeah, that was a great technique right there.
Wonderful counter.
Had other wrestlers on my mind, but I tell you what, so did Tucker. He didn't see that one coming.
No, I want to see a replay of that if we can get it.
Yeah, that was just nice.
Nice movement.
It's amazing, isn't it? We get to this high level of a tournament, this high level state championship match, and it's the basic moves.
Yeah.
The very basic moves that are winning matches. We saw a headlock in the last match.
Double legs. Yep.
It's just unbelievable. These guys, they can learn all the moves you want.
There's a Granby. He's a Granby coming out.
A little Granby scrambling into a single leg. Sergey can afford as an escape. He doesn't want to give up
the
a
2. Doesn't want to give up a reversal here. He's in deep on that.
He can get into a tight. He needs to go into
10 seconds.
He needs to whizzer him right now and lock in on his own leg. He'll be happy going out of bounds. And no loss of control.
Wow, that was a great little Granby.
And Sergey's already celebrating. Got to be careful right now. He doesn't want to get his, a Granby, Tucker looked for that Granby last time. He doesn't want to put his hand anywhere near.
He wants to cut him. He's looking for his coach to cut him.
Let him go.
He's looking for his coach to give him the word to cut him.
I might try to give him a couple of bumps They're looking, the referees are talking right now. What they're talking about is possibly a loss of control at the edge of the match, which isn't really going to make a difference because I think that Sergey would let him go anyways.
Right. I
He's
agree
going
with
to ride
you.
him right here. He's going to ride him. He's not going to fall for that little game.
Yeah, he's
there
going
you
to cut
go.
him, yeah.
Didn't want to fall for that. And there you go. Brian Sergey,
State
coming
champion.
in out of nowhere, upsetting Natrell Demison, and now coming in and upsetting Shane Tucker. State champion right there.
Very nice. Nice work.
Yes, indeed. That's Brian Sergey coming away with the 138-pound state title. And congratulations to him. And yes, Tommy, I'm glad that little premature celebration didn't come back to bite him.
Yeah, you know what? You're right. He was celebrating with 5 seconds left, and we saw what happens with 5 seconds left in the last match.
Yes, we've seen it in many tournaments as well. Got to wrestle through. It's like any other sport, you know. You got to wrestle 6 minutes here. You got to go all the way through. Now coming up, we're going to have the 145-pound weight class. Willie Fox. We saw Willie Fox's brother, sophomore Paul. Obviously, they're both from Gilroy. And he's going to take on Alex Abono, a senior from De La Salle. And Tommy, De La Salle well represented this year in the tournament.
Oh, yeah, they certainly are. And so is Gilroy. You know, Gilroy's got another finalist right here. Willie Fox, ranked #1 in the state against #2, Alex Abono. So, you know, we got what we wanted here, #1 against #2 in the finals. Willie Fox coming in with a 49-1 record. Alex Abono 36-3. And believe it or not, these guys have not wrestled each other. Last year, the state place was Alex Abono was 4th, and Willie Fox, a 3-time All-American CCS champion, you know, out of that tough Central Coast section. But, you know, he's never won a state title. Being ranked #1 in the state against #2.
Two seniors.
Two seniors should get a lot of action out of these two guys.
Well, they're both very accomplished wrestlers. Alex Abono is the North Coast section champion. He beat the #3 ranked kid in the finals 12-3 to get to the.
Willie Fox just jumps right in there on that double leg we're talking about.
Yep.
Just goes to a quick finish and scores the early takedown.
That was quick, wasn't it?
That was a beautiful setup.
I think he caught Alex by surprise here. Very strong kid. He's up on his feet, bumping. He's bumping. Just let him go.
Yeah, lets him go. Willie Fox, semifinals, beat Brian Salinas of Northview. Great match over there, 4-2. And Abono beat Duchesne out of Simi Valley out of that tough southern section. So the southern section.
The
had,
section champ.
The southern section champ was Duchesne out of Simi Valley, and Brian Salinas was second place out of that section. So they finished 3rd and 4th, and now you have Abono against Fox going for 1st and 2nd. So you know, the state rankings worked out just perfect. They were 1, 2, 3, and 4, and that's just the way they finished.
Well, it's 2-1 right now. There's 56 seconds left in the match. It's only a 1-point difference, even with that great shot. Can Willie do it again?
Yeah.
This is a very strong, tough kid from De La Salle High School. Coach Halverson's done a great job with that program.
Nice single leg
Another
right there.
right in on that
Yeah,
again. Beautiful.
Beautiful, beautiful technique right there. He's got the legs all twisted up. He's not going to give that up anytime soon. He's going to let that clock tick away those seconds. Just keep hiking it up there. He's got to be careful not to go into a potentially dangerous situation. There you go. Good call right there. Stay right there. Maybe go side to side a little bit. Let the clock tick away.
That drop step to that single was sweet.
That's
that
right,
was
yeah.
right on there.
The first shot was a double. This one was a single.
Well, it looks like
controlling that wrist real nice towards the edge of the mat. Not going to be able to tilt him up right here. He's too close to the edge, so the referee's going to pull him back in and give him a fresh start.
Looks like Coach Sanchez is doing a good job over there. I wonder who Fox lost to? Craig, do you know?
And that'll do it right there for the first period. Coin flip.
Well, this 4-1 is a lot of points.
Yep. He deferred his coin toss. And
Neutral.
Willie Fox chooses neutral. Why wouldn't he? He's had 2 nice takedowns. He's kind of just watching Abono just kind of lunge in at him, if you notice. Abono likes to come in and tie up real hard, and then you're going to watch Fox change his levels and just take a nice, deep, penetrating shot here. Just kind of watch when you see that how Obono reaches up, and Fox is timing that.
Well, I think that Obono's gotten away with intimidating people with his strength all season, and he's not intimidating Willie Fox at all.
Not intimidating him a bit. When he reaches up, watch this. Fox likes to change levels. Boom, he's in. He gets in deep quick, you know. That is just a great setup right there. He just keeps waiting and waiting for Obono to lift that hand up right there, exposing himself. He's not protecting, you know, he's not protecting that lead leg very well.
I'm a big fan of shooting without the tie-up, and this guy is doing a textbook job tonight.
And if you watch, he was just waiting for Obono to, you know.
Just a step back, just a hair.
Put that hand up in the air, expose himself. Willie Fox changes levels and shoots at the exact same time. And that's
great timing, right? Great timing.
Right. You know, 3 clean takedowns here.
Impressive.
The second period now.
Hey, Tommy. Hey, real quick, I don't interrupt, but I want to ask you and Chris, you know, it seems like we were just one match away from having 4 sets of brothers here in the finals. We have 3 now. Is that another milestone we've seen this year?
You know, it certainly could be. It reminds me back in the day, you know, when we had the Schultz brothers and we had the Cuestas brothers. Yeah, absolutely. And then we came on with those guys, the Lawson brothers.
Yeah, I'm talking in one state meet though. We have the
that's what I'm talking about.
The Valencias this time around. We almost had the Nevilles and the Fox brothers.
Yep.
Wow, that would have been. I think
some sidebar, just interesting fact.
Great fact.
Richie, you're absolutely right. I think that that 3 sets of brothers in the finals would have been record-breaking for sure.
15 seconds left here. Second period. Fox just controlling this match.
A dominating ride, and just.
He's not letting Obono build a very good base. He's chopping him down every time he does. Third period now.
This has been a dominating situation, and I never expected this at all. So how many times has Willie Fox won the CCS? Let's see
Fox in down position. Obono on top. Let's see what he can do from the top position. See if he's comfortable here.
Well, he's got a great tilt. All the De La Salle kids have a great tilt.
Top.
Yep. He's got a great tilt position.
He needs to turn him at least twice if to even have a chance here in this match. And I think Willie Fox knows that.
Well, they ask him what his hobbies and interests are. He likes riding his bike. So
nice.
that's all I know.
All right. And eating, I'm sure. All these wrestlers will probably gain some weight tonight. It doesn't look like Fox is in too much of a hurry here to get out. You know, he doesn't feel threatened. He's got a nice little.
He's coming out.
Oh, yeah. He's picked up that back leg.
Coming out.
And he's going to switch off to a double here. Maybe stand up with that single leg.
Well, you know, we saw him
wrestle. Down.
Oh, gave it up. No, he's coming out the back door.
Obono still has
with all his good positions, he's got a little funk in him too. You know.
He sure does. I think they all have to have a little bit of funk in him at this level.
Well,
look at this. He's going to come out the back door right now and score himself a reversal. There it is.
Isn't that one of the things that's changed over the last few years? How much more scrambling there is.
And you know what? You can't really teach funk. I'm going to tell you that right now. These kids are very, very inventive when it comes to funk. And wait till you see Isaiah Martinez, the king of funk here in the state of California.
And I think we got him next, right?
Yep, he's coming up.
Another state champion, defending state champion, Isaiah Martinez.
So with 33 seconds left here, third period,
I hate to
Fox controlling this match.
I hate to say it's a foregone conclusion after the last match with Cisneros, you know, but it looks like that Willie's going to get this one.
He's definitely in control, but you know, you got to wrestle all the way through. 20 seconds left. He's just comfortable. You know, that is by design what he did right there. Dropping down and tying up the leg. He's going to let the clock just tick off and keep himself out of any kind of danger.
10 seconds
from a fluke pin.
To a state championship.
He's totally 100% in control of this situation right now. Going to let the clock just tick away and get himself a state title.
I think he's the most comfortable looking guy we've seen tonight.
Right there. Willie Fox, state champion, 145 pounds out of Gilroy High School.
Gilroy strikes again.
And at the 145-pound weight class, again, as you mentioned, Tommy, that's Willie Fox coming away with the title. Congratulations, Gilroy. Gilroy always has representatives down here in the state. They're one of the good programs in the state. Always have wrestlers down here.
Yeah, they certainly do. You know, we really got to be treated in the last few years, especially by some of these Gilroy kids, and especially by this next wrestler coming up.
Yeah, let's talk about this guy. 152-pound weight class. This is going to be a battle. Isaiah Martinez, the junior from Lemoore, against Jake Elliott from Oakmont. Both these guys are returning state champions, and I expect nothing less than a huge battle on this mat.
Well, you know, if you watch Isaiah Martinez long enough, you just get tired watching. The guy is just constant energy, gets himself into some of the funkiest positions, and seems to find a way to score from those like nobody I've ever seen. Great state champion last year. You know, you guys, I tell you what, the strength in this 152-pound wrestler is incredible. Some of the things that he does, I've seen him crank down on a wizard and step over at the same time. He got here by way of coming up through beating Griego, a tough wrestler out of Sultana, and Elliott came through by beating Coleman Hammond out of Bakersfield. You know, Coleman Hammond was no slouch. Coleman Hammond is a national champion that Jake Elliott beat to get here to this championship match.
And that semifinal battle was nothing short of, you know, a war between two guys. And
yeah,
Jake Elliott is a specimen. He's as strong as hell. He can really bring it when he wants to. And we got two state champions going each other. And they've only lost one match each this year.
That's right. Between them, they've only got 2 losses, 1 each. They have not wrestled each other this year, which is kind of amazing, you know. I mean, having this many matches and knowing each other this well, and both being in high-level tournaments. But here we go. We get to see them for the first time. State 1 against State 2, both state champions. But right now they got Isaiah Martinez ranked number 1 and Elliott ranked number 2. So maybe somebody knows something that we don't know, Chris.
Well, Isaiah Martinez has a different body of work. I mean, he's won the Doc B twice. He's won the Temecula Invitational 3 times. He's been a 2-time state placer before this. I mean, he's second ranked in the country.
And here we go right away. Martinez in on a shot. Just watch the energy on Martinez. He's just a non-stop. Elliott fighting him off with a little wizard right there. Martinez going to come in, going to kind of go limp arm. He's got to go limp arm and.
Why is he working around to the front
foot,
there?
Maybe elevate that leg a little bit higher, and he's going to get the takedown. As soon as he just steps in that hole right here.
That's 2.
There you go.
Beautiful movement.
Yeah, Jake Elliott's got his hands full today because, you know, with Martinez, right when you think something's going your way, it just absolutely backfires on you. I've seen it over and over again. He's just got that kind of style that you really can't adjust to.
Well, I think that the one amazing thing beside all of that is how confident this kid is.
He's confident on his feet. You know, look at that. He's going to let him go. He likes being on his feet.
I mean, there was nothing to it. They just let him go.
Yep.
This is Willie Fox Redo, I think, here.
Elliott trying to change
Nice.
levels, but Martinez, look at this. He throws from weird angles. That's not even a throw. That's just something that
That was
power.
a little underhook throw by.
It's just powerful, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, most people can't get away with that.
Just had a little underhook right there, just threw him right by. He's going for the bar arm now, try to put him on his back. He's cranking
Got him
on
in
it.
a deep arm. Right now, he just got to make sure he doesn't go potentially dangerous because he's got that thing deep. Trying to roll up a wrist. He's got 43 seconds. He's going to try to run it over the head.
He is going after him.
He's going right after him. He's going to now.
And he's got him in trouble.
Drive it hard.
Got him in trouble.
Strong. We might see a fall.
And
right
that's
here.
a fall.
Look at that.
Power.
Isaiah Martinez is just so
Power.
strong right there.
That was impressive, boy.
Unbelievable.
He pinned a state champion.
He looked up, he regripped, and I tell you what, in the first, he's strong in the third period. He is super strong in the first period. The third period he's strong, first period he's super strong, and he proved it right there because he pinned Jake Elliott, number 2 kid in the state of California. That's impressive.
You know,
Excuse me, Tommy. Isaiah Martinez, as you mentioned, the 152-pound state champion, making quick work of Jake Elliott. Unbelievable. You got 2 returning state champs, and to get a pin, that's just something about Isaiah.
Yeah, you know what? We've talked about him for a long time, and he just, every match I see him, he just gets better and better, you know, and he's only a junior. We get to see him again next year.
Yep. He's got a career ahead of him, boy. We're going to see what happens. We saw him last year, Tommy. He took down the number 3, 2, and 1 wrestlers on his way to the state last year. We're going to take a break in the action. We come back. 160-pound weight class and the nation's best, Joey Davis. Stay tuned. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the 2012 CIF State Wrestling Championships. We're at Rabobank Arena here in Bakersfield, and we just saw Isaiah Martinez best Jake Elliott in the first period in a fall. Unbelievable. Two state champions going head-to-head. Congratulations to Isaiah Martinez from Lemoore. Coming up now is the 160-pound weight class, and we have two gentlemen that wrestled each other last year in the 152-pound weight class. They are now coming out at 160-pounders. The challenger will be Victor Perea. He lost last year to Joey Davis, the returning state champion, last year in a match that was 9-5. And I'm sitting right next to Joey Davis's father. Normally this guy's real talkative, Tommy. Right now, he's got nothing to say. That's how nervous this guy is about his son Joey.
Well, I can certainly see why, but I tell you what, Joey Davis is perhaps one of the hardest wrestlers in the state to score on. You know, he hasn't given up an offensive point since last year against this very wrestler. Victor Perea took him down twice last year in the state championship match, but Joey came away with that last-second takedown to pull it away and to win his first state title. And Victor Perea, a nationally ranked wrestler, has looked good all day long, as has Joey Davis. So we're going to see some fireworks here tonight as they get started. Perea going right after him right away.
Victor Perea is really good on his feet, but Joey Davis is the best athlete probably in the tournament. He moves really well. He's got great length and great power and leverage. I know Victor, the NCS champion, would love to be able to do something with Joey, but he's got his work cut out for him.
Yeah, he certainly does. Joey is so fast. Not just fast offensively, he's fast defensively. Look at those hips just drive back, the sprawl, the hips back. He's got powerful legs. He's just so slick. Look at that double leg. Just a little jackknife double right in on Perea. He should finish this. He's going to crawl up the body. Pereira's looking for something to stalemate him. Not going to happen. Joey's just too strong. That little jackknife double, we talked about that double leg earlier, Chris, how these kids, first move you learn when you're just a kid in Kagwa is that double leg. And look at that. They're still using it today.
Well, it's my favorite takedown is that blast double. So
it sure is. You know, you put their head right in the chest and just drive right through them. And, you know, Joey's a football player, too. You know, he could take it and just pretend he's got a helmet on his head when he just drives through right there.
Yeah, that was really pretty. And
Perea up to his feet.
And Perea loves to take people down, too. He's really good on his feet.
Yeah, he certainly is. Like I said, you know, he's the last guy to take Joey down. You think Joey doesn't remember that?
I'm sure he does,
Oh, yeah.
Tom. I'm sure he does. Hey, you know, here's another great wrestler that we're watching tonight in the California State Finals. He's in again on the double. He's going to take him down.
Going to have to step over that leg right now.
Yep.
Nothing yet. Once he hikes that leg right there, he's going to
hook that heel. Yep. He's going to hook that heel, hold him right on his back.
Now he's got Perea on his back if he keeps stepping towards his head.
And he's going for it.
He's got the takedown.
Did he give him the two?
He got the takedown. He's looking for some back points now. Pereira's going to have to belly out. He's got nothing holding on to that leg.
Well, we've seen Villarreal knock off a three-time champion. we've seen a pin in the last match, state champion pinning a state champion. And now we're seeing Joey Davis. Who's
Looking
the
for back points. Okay, he had a little leg ride going in right there.
Tommy, who's the outstanding wrestler so far? It's unbelievable.
Well, so far, I got to tell you, my personal pick would be Villarreal. I think that was just an amazing, amazing match, an amazing finish, and it was entertaining. But then again, you got Valencia, you got Martinez. You know, hey, you know what? That's why they're not letting me vote. So,
yeah, it's tough. It's a tough choice, boy.
Tight waist here by Joey Davis, and let me tell you, when I say tight waist, Joey Davis has a great tight waist. He's just going to let it go right here, though. Trust himself on his feet again. Makes it 4-2. 2 takedowns by Davis, giving him his 4 points. Going to set something else up right there.
Great footwork.
Super duck attempt by Joey. Watch, he just sets up so well. He changes level and explodes. Look at that jackknife double again.
Oh man, he is turning it on.
That is just a linebacker move right there. That double leg takedown is just, you know, Pereira doesn't know how to, you know,
defend
how do you
that.
sprawl when a guy's got his head in your chest?
You can't defend that.
It's just, you know,
and
learn from that, you guys, you young wrestlers that are watching this. You know, the double leg. You know, sometimes it's not the prettiest, but I tell you what, it sure does work even at this level.
And it's a double leg with no tie-up. He's going right under his defense.
Exactly.
And then, how do you get away from Joey's arms? You see how they touch his feet when he's on his feet. Look how long those arms are.
So he lets Pereira up again, 6-3. Out of bounds, back in the middle.
55 seconds left in the second period. Joe, there's a picture of confidence, right?
Yeah. Oh, Joe. You know, Joey is just he's all about confidence. You know, he feels that he's ranked number 2 in the country right now. And he feels like, you know, he wants to wrestle number 1. What he did this year was he wanted to wrestle Neville's at 171 pounds. You know, Neville's being ranked number 1 at 170 in the state. So at the Doc B, he went up there and wrestled Neville's, and Neville's never scored an offensive point against him. So
he went up a weight class at the Doc Buchanan tournament Clovis puts on every year, which is one of the toughest tournaments in the state.
That's right.
And he went out and dominated another state finalist.
Another takedown right here.
Look at that double leg.
That's just
crazy.
You know, against a nationally ranked wrestler in Pereira, Joey Davis is doing this. So.
And Pereira's on his way to Cal Poly to wrestle in college.
That's right. Joey's undecided, entertaining the thoughts at several different colleges. Hasn't decided 100% on wrestling yet. He's a heck of a football player. Broke some records this year at Santa Fe High School as a running back. Could have been one of the best wide receivers in the state, but they like giving him the ball a lot.
I can't understand why they wouldn't.
That's right. So he chooses neutral here in the third period, winning 8-3.
What a surprise, Tommy.
Yeah. Oh, Pereira's in on a nice little shot right there. Joey hasn't given up a takedown all year. I don't think he wants to start tonight, so he's just going to keep bumping it and fighting it and driving into Pereira.
Well, he's made it a 50-50. He's going to hold him on his back.
Pereira's going to come out the back door. Nothing yet. Pereira's got to get to his feet. That's potentially dangerous right there. Watch that knee. Don't want to see anybody get injured out there.
Boy, I think that's going to be Pereira's best shot for the night.
That was a deep shot right there. Just didn't quite score it, but, you know, a lesser wrestler might have just bellied out right there. But Joey, he takes pride in nobody being able to take him down.
Scoring on him, yeah.
I'm expecting to see a really one more double leg out of Joey. He likes to, you know, he likes to entertain. He's not going to be satisfied just winning 8-3.
There's the shot.
He's going to crack down right here. Pereira better not hang his head. If he hangs his head, Joey has a way of catching that head. He's just going to keep crawling up the body here now. Pereira's looking for a stalemate, going to pull up on that leg. And referees are going to instantly recognize that.
That was a beautiful single shot, though.
It was, you know, and he could switch off to a double real quick there and perhaps score that. But I think, you know, he doesn't really, that's not really what he does right there. He's more of a double leg guy and low legs right there.
Look at that ankle pick.
Look at that.
Nice. Nice.
Elevate now. Going to pull that in real tight. Pereira's a strong, strong wrestler, but Joey just overpowered him right there and slowly crawled up the body.
Pereira is a really strong on his feet, and he is getting a clinic being administered by Joey Davis.
45 seconds left right here. Pereira in on a single leg. Joey cracking it down with a nice whizzer.
Stuff in the head, just
pressure,
textbook. Yep.
He's not going to let him take him down right here.
He might.
He might. No, he finds a way out of it.
Oh, and Pereira doesn't like it.
Pereira's like, wow. I've done everything I could possibly do. I've been in deep 3 times with nothing for it.
27 seconds. Joey's second state championship.
Yeah, Joey's proven right now why he is the best wrestler in the state of California, 160 pounds. Maybe pound for pound, questionably one of the best wrestlers in the state this year. It's been said that he's
Look at this.
Morgan McIntosh of 2012. Last year, Morgan McIntosh just kind of dominated everybody, didn't give up any offensive points, and that's what Joey's done this year. I'm not sure anybody else can say that in the state. And he's just going to kind of let him go right now with 5 seconds left. And that'll do it right there. Joey Davis wins his second state title.
In a dominating fashion.
Dominating fashion right there. Just beautiful work. The double leg takedown, single leg ankle pick. We got to see a little bit all of it, Chris.
A
Great
real
job tonight
takedown
by
clinic,
Davis.
Tommy. A takedown clinic.
All right, Tommy, another fine effort by Joey Davis. 2-time state champ, been to the finals 3 times, takes away 2 state titles. He got 3 points better on Perea. Perea stuck at 5. It was 9-5 last year, 12-5 this year. Congratulations to Santa Fe High School's Joey Davis on taking the state title at 160 pounds.
Yep, great job.
Far from over. There's still a lot of intrigue left. Tommy and Chris, we're coming up to the 170-pound weight class. Silas Nacita coming up against Zach Nevels.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's right. You know, this is a very interesting match right here. Silas Nacidis ranked #1 in the state over Zach Nevels #2. Earlier in the season, it was the other way around, Nevels being #1. But these guys have wrestled each other this time, and it looks like Nacidis has, you know, this is the rubber match, well, kind of the rubber match. Nacidis beat him twice.
We beat him the last time.
Yeah, Nevels has got 1 win against him. So, you know, these
Well-
are both seniors coming out of that tough central section. Nacidis out of Bakersfield, Nevels out of Clovis. And I'm expecting to see some good fireworks here. You know, these guys both know each other very, very well. They both came through some tough brackets. You know, Nacita winning an 8-6 match against King from Poway in the semis. And Nevels in a tough 1-0 decision over Barber out of Canyon Springs out of that southern section. So
He controlled that match, though. Emmanuel Barber did not score a point. Nevels controlled that match in the typical Clovis fashion. You know, it was pretty impressive, actually, performance because Barber is a stud.
and here we go.
Nacita beat Nevels in their last head-to-head for the section championship. They're central section guys. And Bakersfield and Clovis are deadly rivals.
They're from that same section right there, that central section. Very tough section, to say the least. Like I said tonight, you know, they got a 31 medals this year. Nice little high crotch right there. He's got to switch off to a double right here. Nacidis is in the crotch, not going to give it up too easily.
He's
Kind of
gonna-
lifting him. It looks like
he
Neville's going to
slipped
get that
out of
first
it, yep.
takedown. Nice work right there towards the edge of the mat.
Nice outside single.
Neville did a great job. He got in deep and switched off to the double before
that was-
Nacidis had a chance to react. See, that second move is more important than that first one sometimes. You get in there deep, you got to be able to finish.
Well, you can't stop, and he didn't.
That's absolutely right. You can't stop. A lot of these wrestlers expect their opponents to kind of stop wrestling once they get a good shot, and not going to happen at this level.
Not at this level.
That's
Not in the
right.
state finals.
You're going to go back out of bounds right here.
I didn't think Nacita looked real strong in the semis this morning either. Let's see here.
Zach Nevels was all tourney in the clash in Minnesota. He's a 4-time
Yeah, he
Start of the second period right now. Minute 15 left.
He,
2-0, Nevels.
he ended up winning 8-4, but it was a lot closer than that.
Quick escape right there by Nacidis. See if Nevels can get in on another takedown. He's trying to set something up. He's keeping that fire hand nice and free.
Well, I think that Nevels came out with more energy than Nacita did in the beginning of the match. And Nacita
You know,
has...
Nevels, you're right. Nevels hasn't been real offensive this tournament. You know, 1-0 win against Barber. That's you know.
Yeah, doesn't say a lot for his offense, but Nacita has to match his energy, and he hasn't done it yet.
Barber came on to finish off the bracket and took third. You know, very tough wrestler Barber is.
Tough weight class.
This very tough weight class. You know, I mean, look at this. You got number 1 and number 2 again reaching the finals. Neville's trying a little slide by right there with 25 seconds left here in the first period.
He's got
These
good
guys, you know, when they wrestle each other enough times, Chris, they kind of learn, you know.
Oh, of course.
They learn what they can and what they cannot get away with, so they tend not to open up or show too much early. You know, like earlier in the day today, we got to watch Villarreal. He really didn't explode until he really absolutely had to. If he
his back was to the wall.
If he would have done that in the first or second period, you know, perhaps somebody else would have won that match. Perhaps Cisneros would have won because, you know, Cisneros would have had enough to get out of bounds.
Well, I liked what Villarreal did because when you're losing and there's no time left in the match, there's only one thing you can do, and that's throw, and that's what he did.
Yeah.
You know, double leg isn't going to get it. You got to get a guy to his back.
Cetus chooses down here to start the second period, gets up to his feet pretty quick, and that's going to go right into a potentially dangerous situation right there.
Yeah.
His legs. He does that one more time, he's going to get called for stall, though. You can't be throwing your legs in just to try to draw that potentially dangerous.
Well, I like what they're doing this year with the new stalling rules, getting these guys to wrestle more on their feet when they stand up, and they're making them come back to the mat.
That's right.
It's a good rule. It's a good rule.
Nice right there. And Cetus is cradled up. Oh, okay, they're going to come back down. It looks like Neville's had a little cradle locked up right there.
Well, you know, like I say, I don't think the seat is, you know, matching the energy. It looks like, and Neville's looks really fit here.
Yeah, he does. You know, Neville's does have some good cradles too.
Yeah.
He does like to work those, as does a lot of Clovis kids. You know, I've seen a lot of Clovis kids working that cradle this weekend, doing a lot of pinning. You know, that's why they got so many points.
Well, they're coached by an NCAA champion, so that's
right.
pretty good. Little play on the edge of the mat.
Yep, looking busy.
Yep, he dived right out there, got him right on the edge. I don't know. This Silas looks a little confused here. But here they are, two arch rivals in the finals of the state championship. Two Central Coast guys. It's 2-2. It's still a real close match here. And it would go either way.
Oh, absolutely. You know, the takedowns are huge. I think Neville. You know, we haven't seen Nasita take a real good
shot,
quality shot yet.
Yeah.
Maybe he's saving up for something, trying to keep the match close. A lot of these guys, that's kind of their, you know, their forte. They want to keep the match close just to keep themselves in it, and then have something there.
Well, it wouldn't be the first state final that was a conservative, would it?
Yeah. Well, you know, California wrestling fans didn't pay to see conservative, though. You know, they want to see these guys come out here.
So do we.
That's right. Just open up and go for it right here. You know, you're wrestling for perhaps, in our opinion, you know, the most coveted prize in high school wrestling, the California State Championships.
You know, like I said earlier, everything before this is practice.
That's right. Yeah, it all comes down to this. You can come into this tournament with 15 losses. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. It's what you do today. Nice little scrap right here towards. It looks like Neville's going to have to hike that leg up, turk the leg, and if he gets his hip down,
he's got to get his head out. He's got to get his head out. He's going to pin him.
He's going to pin him. He's got
to pin him.
Oh, Nacita's comes out. He was in a bad way. When that referee jumped into position, Nacita slipped out of it just in time, because I think he was down there long enough if the referee would have been in the right position. Not that he wasn't doing it, but by the time he got there, Nacita had found a way to get himself out of that predicament, and Neville scored the takedown. So going into the third period, Neville's with choice chooses down and just nursing a 4-2 lead over here.
Well, that was pretty close to a self-pin right there.
Oh, it sure was. You know, and Nacita was smart enough to know where the referee
felt
was.
it.
As soon as he saw that referee's feet boogieing over there, he slipped up.
Yeah, he got out of that.
That was a real good scrap right there. That's the kind of action we want to see out of these big boys.
Well, you ask and you receive.
That's right.
Nice to his feet.
Come up.
Good to his feet. Let him go. Well, he's got to take him down.
Kindly lets him go.
He's got to take him down.
That's right. He's got to take him down twice. One takedown's just not going to do it.
Nope. Got to take him down, cut him, and take him down again just to get to overtime. Look at that shot. Look at that shot.
One of them.
Yep.
Nice shot right there.
Wow.
Nice level change in deep. He's going to cut him again. Neville's is not going to let him cut him. See, look at that. That was smart wrestling by Neville's.
Right.
He's going to go for the reversal right here.
Well,
stand up with that. He doesn't want to really get the escape. He wants to hang on and go for the reversal.
Oh.
And he will get it.
Gets it. Well, I think that Nacita made a mistake there by not getting away fast enough.
You're exactly right. If you're going to cut your opponent, cut him. Get him out of there.
Get away.
He did it halfway. He allowed Neville's to turn into him right there.
Now, that's great coaching. That's great coaching. Lazy, you take advantage of it.
Got a little injury time here towards the edge of the mat. Neville's getting a little talking to by his coach over here, Adam Terapelli.
National champion.
National champion out of Illinois. Nacita being looked at by the trainer. He's good to go. He just kind of hit his face a little bit into the mat right there. Probably more uncomfortable than anything.
Well, it's certainly, you know.
That was a nice little scrap right there, you know. Neville's, you know, the situation could have changed dramatically. It could have been, you know, a 5-4 situation with them both on their feet. Now you got Neville's on top of Nacita with a 3-point lead.
No, that was a. I'm thinking a very costly mistake by
Absolutely.
Nacita.
If you're going to cut your opponent,
you got to get away from him.
Don't let him stay on the mat and turn.
Got to get away from him.
That's why you see these kids shoving that guy when they're letting them go.
Yeah. And that puts them in the position to reshoot. You know, that was not good.
So they got him all bandaged up, got his nose all.
I don't think Steve Varner's going to be very happy with that.
No, I don't think anybody would be too happy with that because you just put yourself in a bad situation because Neville's is good on top. If Neville decides he wants to ride you, he can and he will ride you.
Yeah.
With the best of them in the state right here.
I think you're right.
So, waiting for the clock to get set here on the mat. There we go. 1 minute left in the third period. Silas is still down. Let's see if Neville's wants to ride him or cut him because either way, you know, if he cuts him, then
he's playing it.
Nacita can still take him down to tie up the match.
He's playing it to Nacita's hands if he cuts him.
You know, pick him back up.
He wants to ride him.
Yeah, he's in a good spot right there. He's not going to let Nacita crawl out of bounds and get a fresh start. He's going to let the clock just tick away. He doesn't want to get called for stalling there. And
he does. He does.
He's holding on to that single leg, not attempting to bring him down. He's going to have, you know, the referee already warned him. He will call him again. There he goes. He's bringing him back down. If you're going to stand up with that single leg, you got to do something with it. You got to attempt to bring him back down.
That was a good call by the official. Where'd the 1 point come from? Was that the second stall?
I thought he called him for a second stall right there. I'm not sure. I know he called him for one.
Maybe it was technical, fleeing the mat, driving him out.
Yeah, that would be a point. I don't see him. He hasn't offered up a point yet that I've seen.
Well, it's 7-5
Still
now.
got 7-5. That's it was 7-4, so he did give Nacita the point, but I think he called him for a second stall call.
I didn't see it.
He stayed on that single leg like that. He stood up with it and stayed on it even after being warned. So with 21 seconds left, Neville's holding on to a 2-point lead right here against a very, very game Silas Nacita.
Well, time's running out for Silas. He's got to get going.
It is. You know, he needs a reversal right now or escape takedown, something. He's got to explode somehow, or maybe an escape and maybe another stall.
Oh, he better let him go. He better let him go. Drop down on the single. That was smart. That was real smart.
Neville's is, yeah, he's a smart wrestler. He's won a lot of 1-point matches this year. And it looks like he's going to hold on right here with 5 seconds left. He's locked in tight on that crotch right there. He's got that tight box.
Oh, there he is.
He's
got
pulling it in. He's coming out the back door. And that ought to do it. Zach Neville, state champion, 170 pounds over a very tough.
Tommy, that's an example.
Nacita.
That's an example of a smart wrestling match by a senior in the finals of the state.
That's right. Yeah, he did everything he had
And
to do.
there you have it at 170 pounds, Zach Neville's getting that elusive state title. What is that, Tommy? 3 for Clovis today?
Yeah, if you add them all up, that's how it looks like. These guys are just coming on strong, you know.
Tommy, you got to love it. Anytime you get Clovis and Bakersfield in a final, it's going to be beautiful. They're going to finish 1-2 here today. Usually any tournament they're in together, they finish 1-2.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Tommy, I'm really shocked that these two teams, Bakersfield and Clovis, although they're a couple hours apart, they don't get together more often in a dual meet.
No, they don't. Not early in the season. They're all in the same big tournaments. But dual meet wise, no, they don't really mix it up in dual meets. But they certainly
They're in the
get enough
same
of each
league,
other.
aren't they?
All right.
No?
Now
No.
in the next match in the 182-pound category, this is the last of the defending state champions. Nico Reyes from Clovis West will take on Kyle Pope from Bakersfield. Again, Nico Reyes, the defending state champion. But anytime, and again, any Clovis, any Bakersfield teams get together, it's going to be good.
Well, this is an interesting matchup. Kyle
Everybody
Pope
giving,
is the Kyle Pope.
Silas Masita a big hand as he comes by. Again, runner-up to Zach Nevels. All right, Tommy, let's talk about Nico Reyes.
Well, this is an interesting matchup, Tommy. The defending state champion has pinned his opponent 3 times this year already. Kyle Pope from Bakersfield High School. So we have another Bakersfield guy in the finals. And Nico Reyes is from Clovis West. Nico Reyes is a man compared to most of the guys in the weight class. He pinned his guy in the semis in the first period.
Well,
So-
yeah, Nico Reyes, he's definitely a pinner. You know
Yeah.
that. He likes to go right for it, go and get after it right away. I watched Kyle Pope today. I watched him intently because he came through the hard way in a very tough bracket. And I tell you what, we talk about double leg takedowns against Paul Yu. He came after him and just that jackknife double that we've talked about. He hits it as well as anybody in the state. And Nico Reyes coming through beating a very tough Trevor Smith out of Ripon. But listen, Nico Reyes, #1 ranked in the state. Kyle Pope, #3 in the state. But there's a lot of daylight in between these two guys. They wrestled 3 times, and like you said, Reyes has pinned him 3 times. So that just shows you how good Reyes is and how strong he can be.
And Paul Yu, Kyle Pope's match against Paul Yu, who's a very tough guy, was an excellent win for Kyle.
They go out of bounds and come back into the middle.
Kyle
There's
Pope.
that double leg right there by Pope. He gets in real deep. Let's see if Reyes can fight this off. He's whizzing down. They're going to go out of bounds. But that's that shot I was talking about. Pope, that was a single leg, and he's also got a really nice, explosive double leg. Reyes isn't going to hang around too much to watch it. I can assure you of that. But Pope does have a nice, explosive double leg. We got to see it all day long. Whoa, little spinorama right there by Reyes, turning his back to his opponent, walking away from him.
Well, Kyle Pope, I think, surprised Paul Yu early in the match by that explosive double that you were talking about. And I think the whole thing almost happened again at the beginning of this match. He surprised Nico Reyes by going right after him.
Yeah, you know what? He has a real nice level change, explosive double leg. But, he's probably going to only get a single leg out of Reyes. See how Reyes has that back foot
Yeah.
back right there.
Oh, nice. A nice pass by.
Nice reshot right there. They go out of bounds. No takedown. Both neutral. Back in the middle.
Oh,
just about a minute left here in the first period.
Survived that.
Yeah, that was a real nice high crotch right there by Reyes.
You know, Kyle Pope is the son of a NCAA champion.
Yeah, that's right, Daryl Pope. Daryl Pope helping out over there with Andy Varner. That was kind of a half-hearted shot right there by Pope.
I think he's felt Nico's strength.
Yeah, Nico is a very strong athlete right there, and he's just driving him right now. He's just got that shoulder into the back of Pope's neck. Now he's just going to run right behind him.
Yeah.
Right there. That looks like that. Pope didn't try real hard, but you got to believe me when I tell you there was a lot of pressure on that young man down there with Reyes just driving that shoulder behind his neck.
That front head with that shoulder in your back is a lot of weight, boy.
Very, very painful, and if you resist at all, it just hurts more.
Yeah, he just pushed that on them and just walked right around them.
5 seconds left here in the first period. Reyes hanging on to a 2-0 lead over Kyle Pope.
Well, we got to believe that Reyes has pinned him 3 times. That Pope thought that the only shot he has was taking him down early.
Pope chooses neutral there. He doesn't defer. He chooses neutral. Pope just a junior.
That's good.
Nico Reyes a senior. Both out of that tough central section. Like I said, these guys met in the finals of their section.
Central section's having a good tournament. So is the Southern section.
Yeah, Central section, Southern section. These guys are, just great for high school wrestling. They bring Southern Section is allowed to bring 9 from their section. Over 500 schools in the Southern Section, and Central Section gets to bring 8.
Well, the tradition of wrestling in the Central Valley, you know, goes back to, almost 100 years.
Yeah.
It's amazing. But Orange County's catching up. That Southern Section's turning out a lot of good coaches and schools, as you know, because you're from there.
Yeah, yeah. You know, they keep getting better. The kids programs, all these feeder programs that are coming up. If you ever go watch a CAGWA tournament, you know that California Age Group Wrestling Association out here in California, hundreds and hundreds of kids show up to these tournaments. You can have 50 kids at one weight class in some of these tournaments. They love the sport.
And I hope that you folks get to see some of these kids, little kids wrestle. They're 5 and 6 years old. They're fantastic. They're having a great time out there because this is a great sport.
That's right. You know, I've said it before. By the time these kids get to high school, they're already wrestling like college athletes.
Well, look at the freshmen and sophomores we got in the finals of the state.
We have freshmen that are ranked #1 in the nation. I mean, that's just unheard of. But it's here, right here in California.
Oh, nice attack.
Nice
attack. Nice
Counter
reshot.
right there. Pope got to get that far leg back. No takedown right there.
Nice reshot, though. Really.
21 seconds left here. Second period.
Pope's not giving Nico a lot to work with.
No, that's what I was just going to say. Neither one of these wrestlers have really opened up, giving the other opponent anything to really score off of. Just kind of being satisfied, keeping it close. Kyle Pope took that really early shot, and we haven't seen it since, and this will end the second period right here.
Yep. Well, like we said earlier, this is got to be a tough situation for Pope, facing a guy who's beaten him.
You know, he probably remembers his mistakes.
Yeah.
And he's just not going to make them again. You know, you can't be too aggressive against somebody like Nico Reyes, you know, because he's going to catch you. So Pope's kind of tuned it down a little bit. I'm going to get him into the third period. Maybe be down a couple of points and be happy with that. You know,
Reyes took down in the third period. He's up on his feet and he's out, no problem.
So we got a 3-0 lead here.
And the fans are asking for some action from Reyes.
And they should. You know, they all want to see action. You know, everybody wants to see these guys. They'd love to see, you know, these lightweights wrestle all day long. But, you know, as the kids get bigger, you know, unfortunately, it just gets just a tad slower, and that's just the mechanics of the sport. That's okay. They're still fast for their size.
These are fine athletes.
These great athletes. You know, these guys conditioned, forget about it. These guys can go forever.
I don't think any one of the kids have walked off the mat today even breathing hard after their final match.
No, you know, this is the end of the season. They've got 40-plus matches under their belt. No, conditioning is not the issue. They can get pushed hard.
Here's that front headlock again.
Here's that's a really tight headlock, and he's wrapping on the leg. Got to look for a cradle here. Yeah, Pope had to straighten up. If he would have looked back, Reyes perhaps could have cradled him up right there.
Is Nico going to turn it on here or what?
You know, I would
knee in
hope
the
he
head
opens
didn't
it up. He's got a
help.
5-0 lead.
Yep.
He's you know, got the hips in tight. He's working the crossface. He's working a half on the opposite side, just punishing Pope's head and neck into that mat.
And Nico Reyes is on his way to the University of Illinois on a full scholarship.
Yeah, that's outstanding. You're getting warned right now for not wrestling. Pope has got to build a base. Referees are telling him right now, you got to build a base. You got to try to get away. 25 seconds left here.
Why'd they stop that?
I think he wanted to call a little no-action stalemate.
Yeah.
Going to make him wrestle some more here with 22 seconds left. 5-0 lead. Reyes totally in control of this state championship match.
Well, nobody's touched Reyes in this tournament at all. So.
No, and you know, Pope did come through the hard way. He had some, you know, some tough matches. He beat Paul Yu, and before that, he had a real tough match against Ruffer in the quarterfinal match. Reyes in on a deep half, but the time.
And you mentioned earlier that
it's not going to happen right there. And that's it. Nico Reyes, state champion, 182 pounds.
Impressive, two-time state champion, California.
Two-time national champion as well, Nico Reyes.
All right, Tommy. Nico Reyes, two-time state champion, defended his title today. Congratulations to him.
That's a big win over there for Clovis West. As we know, Clovis has pretty much dominated this tournament from the get-go, but it's good to see a representative out from Clovis West making some noise today. State champion Nico Reyes, now the 195-pound weight class. And we're going to have Dakota Gordon from Clovis going up against Robert Marchese from Oak Hills. And neither one of these guys are returning state champs, so going to be an excellent meet. Marchese's been here many times before, Tommy.
You know, Marchese has, ever since he was just a young freshman, he's been one of these impressive grinding type wrestlers. You'll see his style. It's not a flashy style. He's not the most explosive, fastest wrestler, but he just keeps on coming. He's just so strong and so relentless. He's 50-0. 50-0 this year. And he's already beat Dakota Gordon this year. Temecula Valley, he beat him 3-1. So being ranked number 1 in the state,
in overtime,
number 3 in the state at Dakota Gordon from Clovis. This could be a good match right here. Marchese had to beat Johnson, and Gordon came through beating Elder Cruz of La Habra, who dropped down to a 6th place. Great showing out of the southern section as well for La Habra Cruz. But we got another matchup here. We got the that central section against the southern section again.
Well, so, I'll tell you what, Tommy. Marchese's got a great body of work. It's really pretty impressive. He was a finalist in the Junior Nationals. He has placed 3 times in the state. He's 50-0, has an overtime win against his opponent, Dakota Gordon. Dakota Gordon is a horse. This kid is strong like nobody else in this weight class. This should be a pretty interesting matchup again. And again, everything before this was practice. This is the state finals.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, there's some energy right there, boy. Right there. Yeah.
Boy, I tell you what, he came after him right there. And that's the only way you can really go after Marchese, because he has the same style. Marchese winning his match in the semifinals over Johnson, 4-3 win, and Gordon winning 6-1 over Cruz from La Habra.
This is the first state finalist for Oak Hills High, and this kid's got a GPA average of 4.6.
Yeah, Marchese's just a
smart kid,
a good all-around athlete and wrestler. And that Oak Hills, it's not that old of a high school out there in Hesperia, freshly built actually about 4 years ago.
Okay.
And when he went to that school, he was one of the first wrestlers or athletes to go through the entire program at that school. Beautiful campus out there, Oak Hills. You get a chance to go out there, take a look at it. They got a great wrestling room. They got a great gym. Looks like you're on a college campus out there when you go into their gymnasium.
These two guys are both their section champions. Marchese's a southern section champ, and Dakota Gordon is the central section champion. So we got 2 champions right there. I'm assuming that they were seeded 1 and 2.
Yeah, I'm sure they are.
Yeah.
They're ranked 1 and 3 in the state. Walker out of De La Salle was also a highly ranked wrestler in this weight class, but he got upset there in the quarters by Elder Cruz of La Habra in a 5-3 win. Nobody really saw Elder Cruz coming on, but he just had a great southern section tournament where he lost to Marchese in the finals, and then he got here and upset a lot of people to get there. So great job by Coach Dwayne Denalp over there at La Habra, getting himself a state medal with Elder Cruz.
Really nice job. Nice job.
Marchese gets choice, chooses down, got a little blood time going on right here. Just going to plug him up. We're going to get back to the action. 0-0, beginning of the second period.
Well, I'll tell you, been here. I brought a couple of kids from my school here for the tournament, and I got to watch a lot of wrestling. The quarterfinals of the state this year was some of the best wrestling I've seen at that level. You got 8 kids who are really going at it. 8 good matches in every weight class, and just again another testament to the quality of the coaching that we're seeing in the state of California now. It's just getting better and better.
Yeah, I agree with you 100% that we got Olympic champions, we got national champions, we got world champions out here coaching these kids now from a very, very young age, too. So these kids are not coming up with bad habits, Chris. These guys are coming up knowing how to wrestle. By the time they get to junior high, they wrestle in these national tournaments, you know, and they're good. These kids are good already. So.
And you're absolutely right. You got a sophomore, John J. Chavez from De La Salle High School, who's a cadet national champion in Greco-Roman wrestling. It's you know, these kids love to wrestle, and they go anywhere, and they will compete against anybody.
Oh, you know, we have a lot of kids that wrestled in this tournament today. Matter of fact, we got some kids in this tournament tonight wrestling in the finals who will wrestle again next weekend in the Frosh Soft State Championships. So they don't wrestle just for one tournament. These guys just love to get on the mat. They love the action. It's a great sport. Tough ride here by Gordon on top of Marchese. Marchese's made a couple of good attempts, but Gordon brings him right back down hard, picked him up, brought him down. Nice work right there. Marchese's going to have to get real, real busy. You know, stand up right now, get his hips out. He needs an escape. You don't want to get into that third period.
Well, I'm pretty impressed with the power that Gordon's demonstrating throughout this tournament. He's looking real strong.
He really has, you know. But, you know, he's been ranked the whole year. You know, he had a 3-1 match
nice,
with Marchese.
nice.
That's that hip out I was telling you right there.
Cleared his hips
nice
real well,
right
yeah.
He just threw him out there, and that's what I'm talking about. You can't just be lazy down there. So now, with the 1-0 lead, takes a little bit of heat off him. First one to score here. That's always big. Good head position here by both wrestlers.
Both trying to dominate the tie-up.
That's right. There's a lot going on in there, guys. If you're watching this match and they're not doing anything, believe me, that those heads in there are grinding. The forearms are grinding. The
nice duck under.
He's not going to score that. That was just a real nice defensive act. Great shot. Great duck, but just a great defensive action right there by Gordon, getting towards the edge of that mat and finding that line.
Showing some great athleticism going out of bounds there.
Oh, yeah, that was a great response right there. You know, his reactions to that duck was but that might give Marchese a little confidence that he can get in there and do that again.
Always explosive, there's no doubt.
He's got to get in tight. You know, that's why they get there. They get in real tight like that so that they don't have to shoot from far away.
And now they're trying to control the tie-ups again.
Yep.
This is some strong stuff going on here.
Same setup right here. Another blood time going on.
Blood red. Okay,
Trainer's going to come out here, clean him up a little bit. Good action right here.
Yeah, very good. Now these are big guys. These are 195-pound guys.
195-pounders right here, and strong 195-pounders. Yeah. Both these guys. Marchese, you know, ever since he was a sophomore, he's been. You know, his sophomore year, he was 160 pounds, and he was a big 160-pounder.
Well, he's filled out nicely, hasn't he?
Filled out nicely. You know, he's got a lot of experience now. He's won some high-level tournaments this year, including that tough Temecula Valley Battle for the Belt tournament out there, hosted by Lyndon Campbell and Arnold Alpert. They do a great job out there. If you're going to get a chance to go out there and watch the finals of that tournament,
it's a great
one
tournament.
of the best tournaments in the country.
You called that one, didn't you?
I've been out there many times with that tournament. You know, it's fairly new, but we got to call the finals out there, and excellent wrestle. A lot of ones and twos against each other. Marchese in deep right here, but there goes Gordon, kind of finding the edge of that mat again.
Oh, and he scored on the edge.
He's got to keep his feet in, and he did, but Marchese responded well. Just getting his hips away.
Well, that's
and
a great.
They're going to go back to neutral with no points right there. Great action and reaction by both wrestlers.
That's a great example of the new rule where you can wrestle on the edge of the mat and come back in and take somebody down. That was some great action right there on the edge.
So with 10 seconds left right here, it's going to take something special to get a takedown with now under 5. So these guys are just going to kind of just pummel each other in, let the clock buzz off. And
look good at the end of the period, yeah. Gordon looked good at the end of the period.
He's going to take down undoubtedly.
Boy,
He's probably not going to try to ride him too long here.
Marchese, he always looks like this at the end of the match.
You know, he can have his mouth wide open, taking deep breaths, but let me tell you something. He's still got plenty in him. He kind of just lets him up.
Yep. Just let go of him.
It's going to become a takedown match here now.
Here we are, 1-1, you know, tied up in the third period. Looking for position. Good positions.
Another blood time right here. Marchese can
Taking a break.
feel it trickling down his nose.
Yep.
We have even more collegiate news.
You're allowed 5 minutes of total blood time. That does not count. That once they stop the bleeding, the clock stops. Cleaning the opponent, or cleaning the blood off the body, off the uniform, off the mat, or off your opponent does not count against you as blood time. So 5 minutes can be a long, long time. I've seen a 6-minute match become a 20-minute match, 25-minute match, simply on little drops of blood here and there, because as you know, they're not allowed to go out there with any kind of blood on their, any kind of blood leaking, that's what they call, from the nose or the mouth or anywhere. They try to keep you as
They want to staunch that blood
that's
flow.
right. They keep it nice and clean out there. Got a 1-1 barn burner right here.
Well, it's certainly dramatic, isn't it?
Everything's on the line. Waiting for one wrestler to just make a nice explosive shot. Marchese's been in twice. Gordon's been in twice. They both use the edge of the mat to their advantage. Smart wrestlers right here.
Clovis has had one champion so far.
Now we're coming down to the minute mark. Referee could, he could warn them both. He's stalling red, but he could have stalled either one of those wrestlers in that situation.
Well, I've been talking to the officials, and they tell me they don't want to hit them both at the same time anymore. They wanted to hit
Gotta
one.
get off
And then
that
they hit
headgear. He's pulling the headgear. There it is. Now he's got green.
So that's what they're doing now. They hit one, then the other right after.
Okay,
it.
yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Let's see who makes the. You know what? You can kind of announce to the referee that you're working hard by just taking half-hearted shots, changing levels, switching off. But if you're just going to stand there and plant your forehead into your opponent, you're announcing to him now that you are stalling.
And
Nobody wants to get that next call. And the referee, he's the last guy out there that wants to give the next wrestler a stall call here in the state championship match. He wants them to settle it themselves.
You don't want to interfere with the flow of the match.
He does not. That was a nice shot right there, Marchese. Nothing doing.
But I think that's what you just said, that they look busy. That wasn't a real commitment to that shot.
That's exactly right. You're taking shots that you're very low percentage shots, acting busy, and this thing has all the makings of an overtime match, Chris.
Well, now strategy's really going to become something special.
Well, we haven't had one all night. I hate to jinx anybody right now, but with under 5 seconds left and these guys just still tying up ear-to-ear collar ties, I don't see it. There it is. Okay, we're going to go overtime. They're going to set the clock at 1 minute. Takedown wins. It's sudden victory.
Sudden victory. It's exciting. It's 1 minute. The first guy with a takedown wins the match.
And don't forget, they both have a stall call against them. So, if one guy's taking all the shots, the other guy better be careful. They go right back into that collar tie, both wrestlers.
Trying to control the tie-up. They're looking for that throw-by, I think. Looking for a throw-by to a single, something like that. But, got to shoot off that.
Any kind of point right now, even if it's, look at this, Marchese's going to have to, I think he had a little room left.
Wow.
And now we got a little blood time here. But towards the edge of the mat right there, that was real close.
Well, I think that Gordon knew exactly what he was doing there.
No, these guys move well. Both of these wrestlers are very light on their feet.
For big, strong guys, they move really well.
Exactly right. These are 195-pound guys. I'm sure that right now, both of these guys are close to 200, if not over 200 pounds tonight.
I would bet on it.
Yeah.
I would bet on it. Big, strong kids.
Both good-looking athletes, though.
Yeah.
They got great
well,
physical appearance to them. And
wait till the fans see the 220-pounders. These two guys are real athletes. They're not. There's no fat on these guys. They're in great shape and they move really well. So same thing here with the 95 pounds.
Robert Marchese over there at Oak Hills, coached by Dave Stidham, Roy Cartina. Stephen Adam Terrapelli over there coaching Gordon with that great Clovis bunch. Obviously, the state championship team this year by a wide margin. In fact, setting a state record here in points scored. Under 30 seconds left right now. Both wrestlers kind of just scrambling out, taking low percentage shots, dropping to one knee. reaching in, not really driving in, trying to do a penetrating shot.
I don't think anybody's taking a real chance here at all,
You know,
Tommy.
you can tell when they're trying to go in real, real deep. They're going to drop in and shoot real tough right here. There's Marchese on a tough day.
There it
There
is.
it is. Marchese in there on a double leg. An explosive shot right there. That's the shot we've been looking for the whole night by Marchese. And he pulls it off. State champion out of Oak Hills. Oak Hills gets their first state champion, Robert Marchese.
Well, there
195
goes
pounds.
there goes the perfect picture
There
of
you have
why
it, Tommy. Robert Marchese, Oak Hills, got it in the last second. It's kind of been a theme this evening. Seen several matches go down to the last few seconds before a winner was determined, and this happened in overtime. A great win by Robert Marchese, the 195-pound state champion. Now, Tommy, we go up to the 225-pound weight class. We have J.T. Goodwin from Bear Creek from the San Jose section against Austin Lobsinger. Lobsinger is the runner-up in the state last year and is an all-state linebacker. When we come back, we're going to see these two guys get it on. Stay with us. You're watching Time Warner Cable's presentation of the 2012 CIF State Wrestling Tournament. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Rabobank Arena, the site of the 2012 CIF State Wrestling Championships. I'm Rich Estrella along with Tommy Thompson and Chris Feders up top. We just saw Robert Marchese just win the 190-pound weight, 5-pound weight class from Oak Hills. Now we move on to the 220-pound weight class. J.T. Goodwin taking on last year's runner-up, Austin Lobsinger. This match has all the markings of a great one, Tommy.
Oh, absolutely, Richie. These guys are both specimens. These guys are athletic. They're fast. Goodwin is ranked #1 in the state. Austin Lobsinger ranked #2. These guys have already wrestled each other this year. With this is 2 wins for J.T. Goodwin, 1 win for Lobsinger. So hey, you know what? 3 times they've wrestled each other. We get to see them again here in the state championship match. And I'm expecting some fireworks, Richie. These guys, they know each other well. They know their strengths. They know their weaknesses. And nothing bigger on the line tonight than the California State Championship. So here we go.
These two guys are just big studs, and they like to wrestle, like to play football. They like to throw each other around.
Well, that makes for a good big guy right there.
Yeah.
Then both guys come in and just go right to the collar tie, feeling each other out just a little bit, going on a 2-on-1 right there.
Doing some hand fighting, trying to get position, controlling the wrist, looking for that throw by underhooks. Blocking with the head. Goodwin's bringing it up. Now Lobsinger's blocking with the head. Big boys, big boys. Goodwin is 45-1. He has 1 loss this year. He's got a father and a brother who wrestled. I mean, there's wrestling in his blood.
Yeah, Lobsinger coming in with a 39-5 record.
Both boys have good GPAs. 3.5 for Lobsinger, 3.9 for Goodwin. See, Mom and Dad, wrestling's good for you.
Oh, good. Look at this. Going for a bear hug. I love to watch those big guys go for those bear hugs right there.
Doing some Greco. Here's a drop down for a single.
Yep.
Front headlock. There's some action here.
Yeah, Lobsinger can bring a lot of pressure right here with that front headlock if he just snaps him down.
And a back trip.
Yeah, gonna go snap him down right here, put a lot of pressure on him, bury that head, disappear, and run around. That's an opportunity he's got, but he chooses to get back in the middle, regroup, go for a fresh start.
Lobsinger got to the finals by throwing Clark from Antioch with 10 seconds left.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. That's what I was saying. These guys, they're athletic, they're strong. And even with 10 seconds left, when you're 220 pounds, throwing another human being 220 pounds, and he's locked up for a throw right here if he wants. Got Goodwin driving into him right here.
Well, let's see. Let's look at this for a second. Northern section, Lobsinger goes to West Valley High School. In the another guy from the northern section. I think he's the second one we've seen tonight. Again, it's a very small section with very few schools, but they're turning out some wrestlers up there. And Goodwin comes from the San Joaquin, which is real tough. That's tough wrestling. How many qualify for the San Joaquin, Tommy?
How many qualified? I don't think I have that in front of me right here, but I can tell you what they.
How many medals they have?
They had 18 in the medal round. That's pretty good.
Yeah, there you go. San Joaquin's got some good schools. Everybody knows Vacaville.
We got our first point of the night right there. Lobsinger with an escape. As they say, he drew first blood. Nice shot in there by Goodwin. Nice.
Deep.
For a big man to take a nice shot like that and getting into the outside, impressive. He's got to just keep cracking down on it.
Nope.
Nice fight right there. Lobsinger fought him off very, very well. Lobsinger looks like he wants to try to throw. We got a bear hug by Goodwin. We got a little double overhook in here by Lobsinger. Goodwin does not want to drive into him right now, but he will get thrown.
Well, he is leaning on him.
He chooses to back out of that right there. Got a little blood time again.
John Jimenez, the referee, stops the action. I don't think we're going to see a throw early in this match.
Yeah, Lobsinger is a Greco-Roman All-American. Took 7th place out there in Ohio at the Walsh Ironman too. You know, that's an impressive.
That's great. That's a great
Anytime
job.
you get on the medal stand out there, you know, that's the best in the country. So they say one of the toughest tournaments in all of the United States. You know, all the big boys come out there. For him to take, 7th place out there is extremely impressive.
The Walsh Ironman is a very tough
That's right.
tournament.
And just to give you a kind of an idea how tough it is, you saw tonight Anthony Valencia, our state champion, do it in style. He was 8th place in that tournament. So that just kind of goes to show you. That was early in the season when he was still kind of trying to realize how good he is. But still, you know, it was a tough go for him out there.
Tough go, and he got to the podium.
That's right. You get to the podium on a tough go. That's the bar is pretty high on you. I can assure you that.
Yeah, there's some pretty interesting national tournaments now. The trend of wrestling for kids to travel these distances during the school year to go and compete against other kids from other states is pretty amazing what they're doing. Tournament of Champions in Reno and the Ironman, and then the Beast of the East. Very tough tournaments.
Yeah, they're both locked up again. You know, Goodwin must be pretty darn confident with his upper body wrestling to be tying up with Lobsinger like this.
Well, you know, I got to tell you, Coach, I think they're stalling.
There you go.
Well,
they're trying to look busy, but the referee knows better. You're going over and under tie-ups. We're not going to buy it. You guys need to wrestle.
Yep.
It's a good call by the referee right there, because that's what that's what the fans want to see. They want to see action. They don't want to see tie-ups. There you go. That's the kind of shots we want to see right there.
Well, it's interesting. You know, 220 is a new weight class.
It is a new weight class, and it's a great addition to our state. Well, actually, it's a national move, and I like it across the board.
Well, I think that the new weight classes are I like them myself. I think that it's done a good job to add that big kid to the mix.
It certainly did. It helped out a lot of them wrestlers from the 100. It was a big jump from 189s to 215. that's a big jump, and so now that they made it 190 5 pounds, and then the 220. That just really closed the gap very, very nicely.
And I don't think we lose a lot with the middleweights.
No,
Still
you
get
certainly
enough.
didn't. It was just a couple pounds here and a couple
Yeah.
pounds there. And
Yeah. I agree.
Goodwin gets up against the escape. Got a 1-1 match here now, third period. These guys are still pummeling in and pummeling out.
Well, Lobsinger's not doing much, so.
No, and he needs to do more because he does have that warning call against him.
Yep.
You know, in a 1-1 match, referee does not want to make that call. He's locked up right here as though he wants to throw, and he's waiting for Goodwin to drive into him. And Goodwin's just not going to do that.
But as long as he doesn't step in the danger zone, he's not going to make that throw. So.
Trying to do a little inside trip right there.
And Goodwin's doing all the work. So.
Yeah. Coming up to a minute now.
Goodwin's digging and digging. There's that underhook.
Double leg, gonna change levels right now. He got in tight, got in deep, and
now he's got a bear hug.
Look at this.
He's got a bear hug deep.
Lobsinger might try.
There he goes. He throws him.
Nice shot, right? Great work right there by Goodwin. Bear hugged him and threw him to the mat against a Greco-Roman wrestler, All-American. That's impressive right there. Okay, now we got 20 seconds left. The action's picked up. 3-1 Goodwin. Now Lobsinger needs a big throw. He's looking for that tie-up again, hoping that Goodwin drives into it, but I don't think that's going to happen.
15 seconds.
He's got to do something desperate right here, Chris. He's down by a point. He takes a nice shot right there, kind of half-hearted. Good hips right there by Goodwin.
I thought it was a great shot and a great counter.
Great job right there by both wrestlers. Action picked up late in the third period, but we'll take it.
That was a great throw, great bear hug and throw from Goodwin to win the match. Very good. He picked up a 220-pound guy right up there and threw him on the mat.
Absolutely.
Tommy, I can't hear you right now. It's really loud here on the floor, but you gotta like that. You really have to like the fact that JT Goodwin coming up, taking on the state runner-up from last year and getting the victory. The first one of any kind for Bear Creek in wrestling. Never had a state champion before. Never had anybody even qualify for the state, much less win a state championship. Got to give it to him. JT Goodwin coming up big tonight.
Oh, he did it in style,
all right.
too.
It's going to bring us to our final match of the evening. This is the 285-pound division. That means you can weigh 100 pounds, or you can weigh up to 285 pounds. It's come one, come all in this division. And we have two good ones. Michael Lohman from Foothill against Johnny Shupp from Vacaville, both from the San Jose section. Tommy, take it away.
All right. We have a great matchup in the finals of the heavyweights. The last match of the night, Johnny Shupp from Vacaville, which you just mentioned from the San Joaquin, and Michael Lohman from Foothill, Sacramento, also from the San Joaquin. Mike Lohman upset the state champion in the semifinals. Nick Nevels, who is only a sophomore, but in the 9th grade won the state tournament. Amazing. Lohman is a big guy, and Johnny Shupp is tall, tall, tall. This should be a really amazing match. They've only lost 3 matches between them, Tommy.
Yeah, that's an excellent thing. Johnny Shupp, 37-1, ranked number 2 in the state, of course, behind Nevels, who went on to take 3rd place, came back up to the bracket after that huge upset by Lohman. Lohman is an impressive wrestler. I mean, he went right after Nevels, beat the #1 wrestler in the state in impressive style.
Wrestled a great match.
That's right. And now you got Johnny Shupp ranked 2 in the state. Of course, Lohman 3. And then you got #1 in the state taking 3rd. So our heavyweights this year, very impressive bunch, Chris. A great athletic ability here in 285 pounds.
These guys are really, really fine athletes. They have met before in the Doc B in the finals. In the semifinals, with Shupp winning by a fall. At the time, I was told that Lohman was ahead on points.
Oh, that's very possible. You know, Shupp looks like he's just a little Lohman. You can tell by just looking at him at the size difference right
Well,
there.
Lohman is every bit of
He
280.
is exactly. Yeah, I was going to say the same thing. He could probably be pushing 300 by summertime if he wanted to.
He's also a football player.
Michael Lohman, coached by Bill Lum and Brett Friend. Adam White and Clint Birch over there coaching Johnny Shoup in Vacaville. Vacaville's got a really good storied program over there through the years.
Great tradition at Vacaville.
Yep. Guys are just kind of feeling each other out a little bit, Chris. They know each other a little bit too well.
Yep.
You know, they don't want to make a big mistake.
And Foothill Sacramento is hosts one of the top tournaments in the state. They host the Tim Brown every year.
Oh yeah, that's a great tournament over there.
These guys are feeling each other out. There's a headlock. Nope.
Lohman trying to snap him down into that front
Got
headlock.
the 2-on-1. Shoup's got the 2-on-1. Now they're out of it. These guys are well coached. Believe me, they're good athletes and good wrestlers.
Once again, all of our state place finishers
Under 30 seconds left here.
should be
First period. Both wrestlers not really anybody's taking a good shot yet, but they're still kind of feeling each other out. A lot on the line. Nobody wants to make that big mistake.
There's a nice shot.
Yeah, it's a double leg.
Nice level change, wasn't it?
It's a nice level change. You got to get off to the side against somebody this big, though.
Yeah,
You want
yeah.
to take a shot on
Lohman.
on Lohman, and you know you better shoot off to the side because when he sprawls, all 285 pounds coming right down on top of you right there. And that's what happened to Neville's in that semifinal match. You know,
Yeah,
Neville's
you pointed that out to me that Neville's tried to go underneath Lohman.
tried to go underneath. You know, if you get out to the side, you got much better opportunity. Once you shoot underneath, all that body comes down on top of you. You know, when somebody as athletic as Lohman sprawls on you, very difficult to get out.
I think the officials also referee the big guys a little bit differently than.
Perfect example right there. He tried to lift Lohman up. That wasn't going to happen.
I think the referees do a different kind of job with these guys, knowing that they move differently. And
yeah, Lohman's got to get his head out of the mat right there. You can't wrestle with your head in the mat. A referee will call you every time.
Well, Shoup's
He's
going
going for a
for a tilt, and he's got it.
He's counting it. He got at least 2 points out of it. Nice job right there.
That was impressive. That was impressive.
Gonna give him a 2 near fall. Yeah, he went a little pull through tilt right there. Haven't seen that in a heavyweight.
I saw a Granby roll in the national finals of the NCAA one year
Yeah,
in heavyweights, and I've never seen
Unbelievable.
anything like this, a roll through
Yeah, it's
tilt.
great to see the big guys wrestle with little guy moves, isn't it?
Yeah.
You just love to see that.
That was great. Johnny Shoup
Lohman's
wants
got
to.
his head in the mat, just asking to be buried with a half.
He's got him. He's
And
got
Shoup
him.
taking him over, and he stuck him right there. Oh my, we're going to end the evening on a pin by Johnny Shoup over Michael Lohman, state ranked number 2 against number 3. That was impressive. Tilted him up, ran him back, ran a nice power half on him, put him on his back, and put him away to end the evening tonight, Chris.
You cannot wrestle with your head on the mat and expect not to get in trouble.
Well, he was kind of asking for it, wrestling with his head straight into the mat right there. Everybody in the building could see that half was wide open, and nobody was closer to the action right there than Shoup, and he just took advantage of it and ran it on up.
You can't have your hips in the air and your head on the mat. It just doesn't work.
That's right.
Well, it was a fantastic final, wasn't it,
It
Johnny?
was a great final. You know, we had some great matches, history. We had some history that could have been made. And you know what? We got a bunch of young kids that, you know, maybe they're next in line.
Well, I had a great time tonight. How about you?
I had a great time tonight. Richie?
All right, Tommy and Chris, that was a great final match. I did not think we'd see a pin in the heavyweight division, but we did, and it was great. It was a great match. And like you gentlemen said, we've had a great tournament so far. All right, we're going to take a break right now. When we come back, Tommy and Chris, come down, join me. We're going to talk to some of the state champions. Stay with us. You're watching the 2012 CIF State Wrestling Championships coming to you from Rabobank Arena, sponsored by Farmers. We'll be back after this.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the Rabobank Arena here in Bakersfield. We have just seen the 2012 CIF State Wrestling Championships here, and it was an excellent tournament. Unfortunately, we were waiting for a lot of history to be made tonight. We're talking in particular Cisneros, Alex Cisneros, trying to become only the second four-time champion in the state of California. Could not get it done today. Last in the last few seconds in the final period. Great match just the same. Another great match we saw earlier today, Isaiah Martinez and Jake Elliott. You have two state champions going head-to-head in the finals. Isaiah Martinez pinning Jake Elliott in the first period. Amazing. Martinez, a two-time state champion. Also, Joey Davis defeating Victor Perea. Again, Joey Davis now a two-time state champion. Right now, they are getting set to hand out some of the awards. We're going to have the athletes, the wrestlers up on the podium, and they're going to be 1 through 7 up there, and we're going to see the top 7 finishers in the state today. Again, a lot of action. There was just under 19,000 people came through the turnstiles yesterday and today to see the state championships go on. Again, an excellent presentation done by the state. And it takes a small army from the CIF state office to put this on. They did another great job with their staff. Would like to thank the CIF state people for helping us out today and putting on such a great contest today. Going to be joined now by Chris Fetter. Chris, what will you take away from this year's state tournament?
Well, the quality of the wrestling from top to bottom, from the little guys all the way up to the big guys, was stellar. It was impressive the way the kids have picked up the techniques, have gotten into shape, and have competed tonight. Really, really well done.
Comment, if you will, on the two freshmen from Bosco. Valencius.
Wow. What can I say? You got two freshmen who now have a chance of going 4 times as California state champions, and unfortunately for Alex Cisneros, you know, he didn't make that happen.
If there was ever somebody I thought could win 4 in a row, it was Cisneros coming in today, but it just didn't happen. You have to wrestle the full 6 minutes.
Seconds away, Alex relaxed.
Yes.
And he paid for it,
well, that's what's going to happen. At the state level, one mistake's all you get, usually. One mistake. And usually nobody gets taken down in the first period. It's totally filling out. But again, great match. Talk about Jake Elliott and Isaiah Martinez's match as well. I did not expect Isaiah to pin Jake.
Let me back up for a second. There were so many outstanding wrestlers tonight, including Isaiah Martinez. Absolutely. I mean, how do you expect Jake Elliott to get stuck in the first period? It's impossible. You think, no way, no way.
No.
So you got that. You got Joey Davis. You got Isaiah Martinez. You've got Villarreal. You got the two brothers.
Yep.
Wow, what wrestling.
And as we talked about earlier, we were one semifinals match away from having 4 sets of brothers. That would have been 8 wrestlers out of a field of 28 that were all related and came into the finals, but the Nevilles just didn't quite, you know, Nick didn't quite get in today.
Well, what a heavyweight class. Those top three heavyweights, outstanding. You got a freshman who is the defending state champion.
That's right. Doesn't happen a lot.
In heavyweight, not at 103. At heavyweight. Amazing.
Yes. All right. Well, we're going to try to get some interviews done. It's chaos here. We're under time constraints, so I want to thank again the CIF State people for helping us out today and putting on a great presentation as well. I'd like to thank the good people at Time Warner Cable for, again, stepping up, televising wrestling, man. Historical day today in high school wrestling. And on behalf of everybody here at Rabobank Arena, and again, our bosses at Time Warner, on behalf of Chris Fetter and Tommy Thompson, I'm Rich Estrella saying so long from Rabobank Arena for the 2012 CIF State Wrestling Championships. We'll see y'all next year.